shattered, you've been broken down. Heart is beating, still won't make a sound. It feels like an angel straight from heaven, just like my lucky number 7. You're my shooting star. We're running round in circles. Love feels so invincible. Feel you when there's no one around. Your beauty's so amazing. I will always hold you down. Your heart will be kept safe.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. Yo, the alpha is down until the beta tomorrow, so I'm a little bit sad. I was working on a project, and now I'm gonna have to, I think, improvise on how I get footage. But also, beta hype tomorrow, boys. Ooh, it's happening! I'm excited. Hopefully, you guys get your if you are gonna be playing in the beta tomorrow, hopefully you guys all get in. Well, actually, they said that you're guaranteed to get in, so yeah. I'm not saying you should go out and get the Epic Edition. I don't want to be that guy that's like, yo, let's promote like all these editions. Because like at the end of the day, I would love it if there weren't all these editions. That being said, I make content for a while, so for me it made sense, right? To just do the beta stuff. And it also would be cool if more of you guys, I'm not going to say you should do it. I'm just saying if there was more people in the beta, easy to do some of the dungeon testing that I've been trying to do, which feels like it's so, I don't know if you guys can hear that, difficult outside of like the actual, hey, new build day, then people like queuing to test on new stuff, and then afterwards it's just like hard to find groups. I've even been reached out by people in the actual alpha, like they were like, yo, are you gonna be doing, I'm like, yo, anybody doing dungeons or whatever? They're like, yo, let me add you on Discord. We got a group, gonna be running tomorrow or whatever, right? People are literally organizing groups in Discords. It is hilarious. Not even sure what BattleNet I'm gonna be playing by the end of it, end of the month, let alone next pack. Wait, what? Not even sure what BattleNet I'm gonna be playing on. Oh, wait, you got 2 accounts? Is that what happened? Hold on a second. Wild mushrooms? Yo, I gotta play around with those. If I'm ever gonna actually be able to level a character. How you boys all doing? Let me start off the bat. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful evening. Thanks so much for popping in. Gonna be taking a look at all the things for the day, all the weekly stuff. Apparently, the faded raids are not gonna go all live at once. Apparently, all that is gonna stay on a weekly rotation. I was pulling up Wowhead just to take a look at all this news. Let's first open up our boxes, man, because I can't even go. I want to do some beta stuff today, but I can't. I literally can't. Go to be getting started. The Isle of Dorn was my favorite zone for us to saw it. Dude, I'm hoping they'll add a PvP realm for the beta, kind of like how they had back in BFA. So, like, you could actually just go to all the PvP vendors and, you know, duel each other in one specific area. I think that'd be cool, because there's like a train dummy area in the Isle of Dorn, too. Hoping for it, man. The account with 650 mounts, one in ban SL. Oh, so that's back now, huh? That's neat. I do have a couple of characters that I have my boxes for. I think it's Warrior, Monk. I've actually been playing a little bit of Windwalker just so I can, like, get a little bit of a feel how to even play Windwalker on live and see if that transfers over into the alpha. And it's actually been kind of fun, like, learning how to properly play Windwalker. I can see why people have some issues with the spec at times, but like, it's fun. I've actually been enjoying my Monk a lot, dude. Windwalker's actually a blast. Brewmaster also is fun. I feel like I never have a bad time with that one. Mistweaver's also really good too. Currently stopping on 515 Demon Hunter. I'm a Marksman Hunter. Yo, get it. Oh, I was about to say, is that Fort Storm? No, Boulder Splitter. Because I already have this weapon, Roshan. Do I just take a ring at this point? Do I take a trinket? I have the Manic Victorich and Notharian's Call. I don't think I'll take a Boulder Splitter, right? I don't think I even have a one-hander. I don't. Yeah, I think we just go ring, right? What is my ring? Platinum Starband for crit mastery? Gem angle? Oh, really? Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right, actually, because I do have a ring that I can at least pop a gem on. And if I have, like, I don't know, if I can get like a mythic track bracer belt or something, then maybe I can, you know, slap it on there. Yeah, oh wait, hold on. Let me actually buy one of these gems. I'm gonna buy one gem just because I can put it on my Dalaran ring. If I can get another Dalaran ring, then I'll be pog too. I'm just gonna keep the other one for now though. How many? Okay, I already have 3. Alright, so we'll do this. That's my bis. And then with the weapon, that synergizes really, really well because that's regular fire damage. That's on, thought it was time walking this week. Is it not time walking this week? I thought it was 2. It is time walking this week. Hold on, it's Cataclysm, isn't it? Yeah, Cataclysm. It is time walking. Hold on a second. Yo, that's going to be huge for alt gearing. Oh, I'm going to be doing this because you can do time walking bosses, do Firelands time walking. Really easy, by the way. Really, really easy. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Hell yeah. Now I'm excited. I got a couple of items I want to replace, man. But I've been grinding. I got myself the force set. I got, as you saw, trinkets. I got a weapon. Like, I've been putting some time into the Monk, dude. I've been putting a little bit of time into this character. I think I need Soul Fig Devotion. Please tell me it's cheap. Because, dude, the prices of these are so cheap. I don't rank 2. It's so cheap. Rank 3 is still super giga expensive. I'm going to just buy rank 2, dude. Look, chat, look. The only difference you're seeing there is about 100 agi. This is a significant amount of agi. But 5,000 gold versus 80 gold? I mean, if you look at gold per agility granted, if you're not got yourself a best slot weapon, like literally your giga best, put a rank 2. Don't feel bad about it. Literally, while you're gearing a character, better to have a stat than not stats at all. Actually, I probably shouldn't chant everything, shouldn't I? Oh yeah, and gem. What are the gems that monks run right now? Probably like, what are my stats even? I don't even know. Looking it up right now. Verse Mastery? Really? Okay, Verse Mastery it is then. I want to play Windwalker for a bit. I'm gonna go Verse Heavy, I think. Yeah, that's not expensive at all. And then I'm thinking Versa. Because I know Haste is a good stat for Windwalker. Not Windwalker. Mistweaver. What's Brew? Crit Versa, isn't it? I did see some Brewmasters running heavy mastery like a while ago though, like on PTR. So it might have been somebody testing stuff out. And I forgot my chest and I need legs. Oh, how expensive is this going to be? I know the chest is not expensive at all. And then I got my warrior and then I got my rogue. And then we'll probably do some life stuff. Get some, maybe a key on the main. Or I'll let you guys decide what you guys want to see. I've been exploring class a bit more. And I got a dirty little secret that I've been using to like get better at some of the classes I played. Hi Dal, how do you like your rogue towns right now? Look underwhelming, but DK looks so good. You meant for like War Within? So like the class stuff, or are you talking about spec stuff for rogues? If you're talking about actually War Within or live, depending which one you mean. Let me get that first. And I need legs, right? They did adjust them? Yeah, they adjusted them. I remember when these, you had to go to like a really weird like section in the enchants to even find the armor kits for legs. Took them a bit before they actually like combined all of them together. Heckley? Yeah, Heckley actually has been, yeah. So the guy that's been running Heckley been really working on it, right? Been really trying to like inch it out so it's actually quite accurate. And like the best way I was gonna test Heckley in terms of like, okay, well, I want to see if it's actually any good. Because I heard more than one person say they started using Heckley and they're like they're not bad at the class. They're just running Heckley on the side just to kind of see the prior or see what's recommended. And it's almost like a suggestion and they get to make the choice afterwards. And I was like, wait, hold on a second. And it's somebody who does like cutting edge rating. They're like usually close, like either the top 100% or pretty close in guilds. And I was like, Heckley? Because last time I'd seen Heckley, it's almost like, oh man, I forgot this one website that used to have like guides for World of Warcraft. They were Noxic, was it, right? Noxic? I don't even know if they're around. I remember just people clowned on them for like ever though. I was like, is Heckley actually good? So I started messing around with a bit of Heckley here and there, and I just couldn't really tell, like, is it accurate? I mean, follows SimC, right? The actual priority that SimC establishes in the, like, let me show you. Simulation craft. Yeah, like simulation craft stuff, right? When you try to find out, like, more or less, whoa, that's not what I want to do. More or less how the classes are performing or whatever at the end game. And, like, they're taking priority out of this here, right? Like, this is a priority that's established by people that work on class theory crafting, right? And they find out the best way of, like, okay, how do you maximize the most amount of DPS? And they upload, like, their profiles on SimC. And there's always, like, a class priority for every single one of them, right? Like, an action priority list. It kind of decides, like, what abilities should be prio during which situations, and it just basically takes all these different aspects and accounts for it and essentially just runs it. And I decided I'm gonna try it out on my Outlaw rogue, because that spec is, there's a lot of like situational awareness you need to have to properly play Outlaw like flawlessly in terms of comp points, build, proc, stuff like that, right? There's a lot of that, like little micro adjustments you have to do, especially when you get in regular resets between the eyes, and it's all high APM. So I was like, how well could it keep up with like the logic of it? I was surprised. And my thoughts are, if you can do Outlaw pretty well, like it's gonna be hard in terms of learning how to play Outlaw, but like, if you just follow the button priority, you are playing it in the correct order, like the technical correct order. Of course, you gotta make some variations, like depending on the content that you're running, right? Maybe you'll hold a drone rush because you know boss is about to face, so then you don't want to just send it out of rush right now because you don't have Vanish or Dance to prolong it, and you don't have a target to hit, kind of like Razagath transitioning out of P1 into P2 with the ad phase, right? There'll be moments where you hold it, but like if you just stand and attack somebody, it's not bad at all. Like surprisingly, the logic is sound. So I've been kind of messing with it a little bit, not really running Heckley to like, oh, tell me what to press, so I don't have to think, but rather I want to see what it's offering as a suggestion, and then I'm trying to see if it catch patterns so I can actually learn it, right? And I've been messing around with Monk. It was a little frustrating until I figured out, like, okay, like the ability of Strike of the Windlord, I'm like, why does this button get delayed so much, so heavily, even in SimC, right? Why does Strike of the Windlord get such a crazy delay for a good bit? That's mostly because it's trying to line it up together with BDB, but also it's trying to line it up together with Sky Touch when it can. And that's what it really is trying to do, is trying to line it up with Sky Touch whenever possible. That's essentially what it's trying to do. It's attempted to do that, where this has about a minute CD, and this has about a 40-second CD, but as it gets closer to the end of the fight, you kind of just start throwing cooldowns whenever you can. And it even does a weird thing with Invoke Zuen and Storm Earth and Fire, where it tries to like get this and then 2 charges towards the tail end of it. So it really depends on like a fight length, but once you figure out those little things, like why is it doing weird stuff like that, that's where you actually, oh, that's a pattern. Okay, I'm kind of learning the class, kind of, sort of. Next to me, it was such a guilty pleasure to send my friend soda. Yeah, it was weird, man. Bro, how do you Evoker? You go AUG, you press your empowerment ability, you get all your empowerment out, and you slam out your eruptions. And then you have downtime in between that, and just press Living Flame, buff up allies, do some healing. You got a proc, and you got a resource for eruption, slam it. Otherwise, you as a dev, basically the same thing. You pop your cooldowns, send all your empowerments, and just beam, 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 beam. And there's also like a thing called clipping. Essentially, it's like while you're channeling, depending where you are in the channel, you have like different ticks of the channel, right? So you're channeling and it'll tick 1, 2, 3, 4, like a number appearing above any of his heads. So you basically would tick it or clip it, like you just press another button, just stop channel in between, but instead of like ending the channel to press another button, while it's channeling, once you get the 3rd tick, you press another button. And that's essentially how you do it. Unless you just have the burst, outside of it, forget about it. Don't even try it. Only during burst you do that, but then otherwise you don't. That's really how I play dev. And it's pretty simple. It's not too many buttons afterwards. And you just like beam whatever you have available. Send your empowerment abilities as soon as it's up. Only during cooldowns you're like just clipping. As in like you just press another button while you're mid-channel. So you don't stop a channel. You just kind of like get a 3rd tick. You press another button because it's actually just better. Just because you're able to. You're overloading yourself full of resources, but you also got these other procs. Like, you know, fiery procs. What is it? Living Flames. But they're also empowered with your fire breath, so they actually do quite a bit of damage. So it's actually worth just not to get that extra last tick of your beam and just send it. It's kind of weird, but that's essentially dev. I explained dev more or less how you're supposed to play it, but like I feel like it makes no sense if you just beam as much as you can. And then as a healer spec, you set up echoes. When big damage comes out, prep for it ahead of time, right? Okay, I know everybody's gonna take a bunch of damage. Let me prep them really early. Big damage comes out, Verdant Embrace. And then keep your breath on cooldown as much as possible. And then Spirit Bloom. That's your 2 big first buttons that you want to set up, like as a reaction to damage that happens. I guess you can keep breath as a hot up all the time. But if you know big damage is coming out, put echoes on everybody. And then Spirit Bloom or Verdant Embrace. Not rescue, Verdant Embrace, yeah. So you could just fly to anybody. You could literally fly to anybody. And then pump, and then whatever heals you can throw out, you should. Also just skip like a bunch of reversions up? Is it called, what's it called? It's basically like your version of Rejuve. You're a little hot. It's a little mana expensive, but it could actually give you procs though. Oh no, actually, can't you also do like Living Flame healing now? Oh, it's combos. It's combo healing, but as long as you like set up Echo, Verdant Embrace, that usually will top everybody. Otherwise, keep on Breath and Spirit Bloom on cooldown. Whenever your allies are taking damage, is how you heal. And then Fire Breath. And then just Fire Breath whenever you can. That's all. That's essentially how you Evoker. There we go. I literally went through like how to play Evoker. I need to do a video on Evoker hero specs, man. I have not really played around with those too much. Man, time today of beta servers coming up. Not today, it's tomorrow. Where we did pussy. Don't we all though, SA? Don't we all? Like Deathstalker, Fatebound. Oh, what I think about rogue hero talents. Oh, man, let me see if I can pull them up, man. Let me see if I can pull them. And I'll run through them. I do want to do a proper video on them. But let me look through it. Can I do Wowhead hero talents War Within? There's like a whole list. It's gonna be easier. I'll tell you what I think about them, but it's gonna be condensed just because, you know, there's a whole video stick that I gotta do where I make a video and you guys watch them. I need to have a reason for you to watch those. Anyway, I like the idea of Deathstalker. I think this was the most flavorful in terms of like the idea behind Deathstalker's mark. It's very single target heavy, which is a little awkward, but I don't necessarily hate it because it has some funnel potential with things like clear the witnesses. right? Shuriken Storm after applying Deathstalker's mark deal additional damage and it's one additional common point, or Singular Focus where whatever damage you do in AoE also does some damage to your singular target. So I don't necessarily hate it, but it's going to be awkward no matter which spec you play. And I like the idea, but in practice it's a little bit awkward, because if it falls off before you complete all your stacks, it's just kind of brutal to play. Plus if you play Shadow Subterfuge as Assassin with ambushes, it's also kind of brutal. I like the idea that if you were to completely get rid of all your stacks, it applies to you and you can reapply to another target. They just need to make it work a little bit better. They just need to be able to, once you apply it, you just give it like every time you ambush, you just get like a Deathstalker mark, right? That's it. It's just a buff, just a debuff. Not 3 stacks, just the debuff. And after 3 finishers, you consume it and you can reapply it to another target. But if it ever falls off, right, every time you remove it, there needs to be like some AoE component to it, I think. Every time you remove it, it should have some shadowy eruption that does damage to all enemies near the target. Remove it. And every time enemy dies with it, or it just falls off, it should go back to the rogue. And your next Envenom or finisher, or I guess Envenom, puts the mark back on a target. Or like, I don't know, you could make it Shiv, next go Row, something more like less annoying, right? Tether Call quest is buggy. I have not done Tether quest at all though. What is this? Boosting first 70 Mogushan. I'm doing a good deed boosting first 70s. Nice, nice. Thanks GGY Drew for your loot. Thanks so much, mate. Yeah, dude, Atha. Dude, yeah, a lot of people are usually really accepted to, like, if you're a Giga Gear player and you just join like a dungeon or a raid or whatever, most people are very happy. I'm like expecting somebody, like when I'm running through one of my dungeons in WoW Remix, to just, because I'm just running through, I'm trying to get it done as fast as possible. I'm queuing as a healer, but I'm playing DPS, but I'm still healing everybody passively, right? I'm expecting somebody's going to be upset with me though. It's like, why are you running through? I'm on to experience this dungeon. And it's like, dude, I'm just trying to get through it really, really quickly. I got kicked before. Back in Legion when I was playing my rogue and I was Giga Geared. I was just trying to get a heroic dungeon just for like some AP because I was trying to complete my weapons at the time, right? It was like my final trade for Assassin Subtlety or whatever weapon it was. And it was like, I'll just queue the specific dungeon on heroic. And I was running through it and I basically was soloing bosses and this group kicked me. Because this Demon Hunter was wanting to feel like a tank, wanted to be the group leader, and wanted to actually group up mobs, draw aggro, and as a DPS, right? He didn't want me running through it. One was like, dude, I'm just skipping through so we can get the dungeon done quicker. I literally stealthed to the first boss, killed him in a couple of globals, and I'm stealthing to the second boss, killed him while she's surrounded by the ads, and I'm doing the minigame and I get kicked. I'm like, seriously? And like Demon Hunter was the only one upset at me, but everybody's like, wow, it's gonna be fast dungeon, thanks for the carry. Demon Hunter was upset at me, and I guess maybe there was another guy or something that he put a vote, they booted me out. I'm like, I'm just trying to make it fast for you, fast for me, man. I'm trying to be in and out. You guys got a free XP or whatever, free gear, whatever you want to do with it, right? You can still clear the dungeon, collect loot or whatever. I'm just blazing through it really quickly. Anyway. As for the rogue stuff, yeah, Deathstalker, I like the flavor. I just think it needs a bit more support. Like some of these talents are a little awkward. There's just awkwardness with it. Fatebound is the most passive one, but apparently is the strongest one. And apparently the changes to the coin flip on the tail, the ones that do cosmic damage, they can cleave for Outlaw. So this one is insane apparently. The amount of damage this does is kind of crazy. And the mechanic of flipping a coin back and forth between the damage buff or cosmic damage, perfectly fine. Apparently this one is really strong. It doesn't really do anything specific. There is like an opener you do with this. I think it's double jeopardy. Yeah, double jeopardy. So like your first Fatebound coin flip after breaking stealth. So you basically stealth, on stealth, pop your cooldown stealth, and then you get double jeopardy. So you do your first your first Fatebound coin flip. So like when you ambush, I think, is it when you break ambush? Oh, it's you guarantee the edge with double jeopardy, and then you, since you got out of stealth, got your buffs, pop back into stealth, your first opener is going to be a coin thing, I think. Or maybe you go with the finisher in the opener. You might just actually use a finisher opener between the eyes, but you can basically get double jeopardy twice just by popping out of stealth and then doing your opener, and then it automatically grants it. It's some weird opener, but like it's apparently really, really good. Lots of variants, but like apparently this one is the most passive one. I would have loved more flavor or like some broker Shadowlandsy kind of stuff with it, but it's apparently really strong. Trickster is all kinds of janky just because it's still faint to get the damage. I like the basis of this. It's not terrible. In practice, press and feint as a comp point builder is weird. But like, if they can make it to any other button, like Eviscerate or whatever, like they could be fine. This one would be perfectly okay. Giga Mastery buffs I think is going to be really good. You basically just ramp up with this one. And I don't hate it necessarily. I think as a subtlety, you're going to like it. It's just, they also got like a weird animation with coup de grace, where like you eviscerate, you do like a bunch of little slashes left and right. It looks awesome. It just like, it like buffs you. It's you essentially just eviscerate and then you're locked into an animation where you do the spin thing, and it looks badass, but like you can't control your character doing that. You can move, but you can't press abilities. So it's like there's awkwardness all throughout all the rogue hero talents. And once they solve it, or maybe even simplify some of these, so this needs to be simplified, this needs to be simplified. I don't know what they could do with Hand of Fate, but there needs to be a gameplay hook. And like if they do that, that'll be fine. Like we're fine, we're mostly passive, it's okay, it's not crazy. Man, I think we have some of the worst ones in terms of like the flavor of the hero talents, because like a shaman, you feel totemic, you feel one way. Stormbringer, the whole lightning thing, Farseer with the lava burst and all these grandpa and grandma that you get to summon, right? The spirits or whatever, and then Eliblast and how that functions for elemental, but also the way that it functions for restoration with all those different riptides everywhere. Like there's gameplay hooks and you feel it. Warlock, between Soul Harvester, Hellcaller, Diabolus, all of them got gameplay hooks, and there's flavor all throughout them. Even Warrior, right? When you pop it as a Colossus, you press Demolish, it feels great. Not only does it do giga damage, but it feels really good to press it, like when you're just absolutely just thrashing through somebody. As a prot, and you just do giga damage, it feels great. I don't like how it locks into place. I still think it should let you like move at least a little while you're casting it, but like it's not terrible. Yeah. Last stream, then someone's asked, wait, hold on. Hello, in the last stream at the end of it, someone asked if it's a great idea. If you have a long beta until the release, is it something bad? The last 12 years, it's saying in the long, the beta version would better be for the game to iron out bugs, etc. In the world, any product releases a longer beta is something bad. Just hope that people will raise bugs so we can have a smoother launch. I feel that, yeah. I don't know. I don't... Yeah, as long as we get like all the bugs ironed out in the beta, I would be very happy. That's what beta testing is for. With a lot of people like being able to get a direct access, okay. With a lot of people being able to get, I'd not really wanted, but actually, okay, that's fine. Spellbane Cutlass. I'm a prot. I guess it'd be kind of nice. I did complain about like, man, prot probably feels kind of ass to play nowadays, but maybe I need to play it some more. I used to love Prop Pally, but then I'm like, oh man. And then I played Brewmaster and was like, Jesus, this feels so good. This feels great to play Rogue. Yeah, I do feel like whatever we do for the beta, if we can iron out a bunch of issues, I'm hoping they're very communicative during the beta process. I feel like there's a lot of good that could be done with just the influx of players that have a guaranteed access to get in the beta. So I'm hoping a lot of people will be able to get in and test the content, just the numbers of iterations, right? I'm sure we won't be able to get everything out of the way. We never do. It just never works that way. But we'll see, right? We'll see, man. But we'll see. Now, I do want to open this as outlet just for a chance to get a fatty weapon. But, not happening, right? I think I'd take the Ashes of Embersol, right? Mythic? I think I do. Unless, yeah, I think I do. Yeah, we do. Alright, well I guess I'm gearing my subtlety rogue now, boys. I guess I'm gearing my subtlety spec, which is not the worst. It's just I already have Mana Grief Torch and Signet. I think I just take Ashes, right, over right? Over the Grief Torch? Probably. Probably. And the good thing is, I don't even have to spend like Aspect Crest on that at all. Whatsoever. Alright, chat. Let's do some keys, man. Let's do some weeklies out of the way. What class you guys want to see? I'm in Prop Warrior Dal. You mean Prop Warrior? Did I say Prop Pally? I meant to say Prop Warrior, yeah. If I said Prop Pally, that's blasphemous. Prop Pally is actually good. Prop Warrior is what I was complaining about. Yeah. So if I said Prop Pally for some reason, I do apologize. That was blasphemy. I did not mean to besmirch their good name. Prop Pally actually is giga fun. I think Templar is going to be good. Although, you know what? I've been seeing more prop paladins on the beta running around as the Forge Smith or Lightsmith. And that shield for Lightsmith is really good. Really good. I actually ran into a dungeon where Tally was the tank in a heroic, and Jesus, the amount of shield that he could do. Like, it's just not even, it's ridiculous. That's supposed to continue weekly rotational pre-patch Tal. You know what? I think that's not that bad for multiple reasons. One, okay, I guess, I'm just trying to bring up raids. I don't think that's bad because one, every week everybody is funneled in one instance instead of having 3 instances to pick from. So imagine making a group and pugging stuff is going to be easier with only 1 raid being awakened at a time. 2, it gives you ways so you can go back to the normal version, non-awakened version of Farak and get yourself some easy mounts for the homies. Because like Mythic Farak and Awaken still slaps quite a bit. So unless you got like a raid that's done like hundreds of pulls and kept the same comp, right? Nobody left, you didn't have to switch somebody out, you didn't have new people coming in, right? Because literally 20 people in a raid need to know what they're doing at all times in order to be able to do the fight well. It's just a mechanic fight for the most part, not as much of a gear fight. So yeah, so this just gives you an opportunity to like get easy Anurelos mounts, which I'm not against at all, right? Helping your homies get mounts and whatnot, that's the best part, I think. At least I think so. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Am I getting pinged from a gem? Actually, let me see if anybody else got anything to craft, because this is a craft week, isn't it? I don't need any crafted gear on my rogue at all. Like, it's just, I'm literally can get more stuff done, at least for now. Let's see if there's leather stuff as well. All thrown the tides, the most jarring and annoying experience. Oh no. Which part is the worst part of it, actually? It's been so long since I've really done it, man. What part is the worst of that? Alright, boys. Let's do a key. Which character you guys want to see for the day? Wait, tether coil? I mean, like the legendary? You got the Lego? Is that what you're saying? No shot, man. That's what I'm walking, but I gotta spam super booms. Oh, I didn't even see that WAP. Hell yeah, man. Congrats. Hell yeah, yeah. Tether coil quest sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It's just all cheeks. All of it is just cheeks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's all cheeks. Always has been. Neat. So I got a spark. Not like I don't need it ever. Last boss is just so long. Oh wait, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it a wave defense or whatever it is? I forgot, man. I forgot. Yeah, they're not gonna bring you the new version because at least new version is kind of playable, isn't it? You know. I wonder if they're gonna keep doing that for all the older dungeons, right? Re-changing them, because I guess they are making them a little more modernized, which isn't the worst. But like, I wonder if they're gonna do it through all of them, and it's gonna be like, wait a second, none of the dungeons are the same anymore. You know what I mean? That dude Dead Mines, man. Dude Dead Mines next. I'll be very interested what Dead Mines might look like. Doing a Grim Batal or well now done 100+ dungeons. Dude, I need to go and actually do Grim Batal, like the new version. I need to take a look at that because whenever alpha, I guess whenever beta is gonna be out tomorrow. I need to take a look at that again. Let's get a weekly row key, man. Let's just do that real quick. I don't even know what we're doing. Like what? No, I need the, yeah, 10 to like what, 12? No code. I hate no codes, man. What week is this? It's tyrannical. Ugh. So no code is a no good. Out of all the keys out there, is Algathar fun? Algathar might be fun on 12. I think it'll be fine. Otherwise, Ruby. Is Ruby good? I guess Ruby's not bad. Why are people queued for no code? I feel like no code is the one kid that's like everything goes smoothly up until the last boss, and if one person makes enough mistakes, yeah, that's not that fun. One person makes enough mistakes, it's just not fun at all. No Tharos? Is no Tharos good? I need hope for Rogue's new X spec this season. 3 old specs are bad. for pug queues at least. Are they really? I don't know, man. Just what is it? Last season we were really, really good. It's just, I think what happened is with everybody getting their little best tier sets out there, the god comp is reign supreme because now people are just going in for like huge AoE pulls, some mages, evokers, shadow priests, boomkins. Like casters are really, really strong. Yeah, I guess rogues are not in a great spot as much. Like red paladins are getting a lot more play. We just don't like outlaw rogue, and I think rogues used to scale really good with endgame gear, but like we don't as much anymore. We're kind of still okay, and we're kind of decent in raids, but like here and there, it's mostly just assassination running amok here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it'll be fine. I think what will happen is what usually happens in every expansion. We're gonna be really good at the start, right? And then we'll be pretty good up until like the next fated season of the next expansion. I think because we've generally been pretty decent, right? I mean, last season after the rework, we saw rogues everywhere, man. Couldn't run a queue without a rogue in you everywhere. But that really depends on like how juice casters are gonna be. Saz, don't miss my message. I mean, always do. Any chance for Feral Druids Survival Hunter like a next six-pack? Feral Druids and Survival Hunters never get anything good, so I doubt it. But who knows, right? No, I feel you. I think rogues are looking kind of okay right now. I think it all depends what kind of other changes they will do, right? I feel like too early to tell. I guess like if you were to have rogues come out as they are on the alpha, we haven't got a lot of work in the alpha. Like they haven't actually touched us all that much. So I don't think we'll be in that great spot. Like they changed some of our talents, but our hero specs are all a bit of a mess. So I feel like in the current state, rogue is looking kind of like, you know, kind of meh, but I think there's opportunity for us to get really, really good. Like it's too early to say, like even if something is insane right now, too early to say if that's going to matter, right? I'm really excited for mages, I'm really excited for death knights, I'm really excited for warlocks, but even then, like as much as I want to be like, oh, this is going to be a busted, definitely level 1 now, all I can do is highlight, wait, this has a lot of potential, keep it in mind. That's all I can say is keep it in mind, right? Like if we got a playstyle like, what is it, spell slingers are getting, mages, where they can do or playstyle. I don't know if you've seen me hit some train dummies. Why am I getting declines as much as I am? Holy, do I just do a 10, I guess? I'm trying to do like 11. Like a key that makes me feel a little alive. I guess I need just the right comp or something. Get a DPS, dude. Do I do this 12? No, wait, is it no good? Ah, no. No good is no good. These guys are 100% looking for a mage, man. Like, if I send up, they're 100% gonna decline me. Looking for dude, certain classes just make dungeons easier. Right. That's just how it would be. Certain classes make dungeons easier. Don't want to do no good. Don't want to do no good. Am I gonna hate myself if I do no good? I'm gonna do this one. Ruby. Hodges on infinite vacation count. Wait to test Disc Priest tomorrow. Yo! Disc Priest I think are gonna be really fun. I think you're gonna like it. If they could get Oracle to be a little bit more, I don't know. I think Oracle needs, I guess they're making it a little bit more consistent, but like, man, I don't know. They're not really leaning into Atonement too much on the Oracle. I feel like a lot of Shadow Priests or Disc Priests immediately are gonna go into the Void Weaver. If they could give some more Atonement support on Oracle, I'd be very, very happy. I guess there's like some, but like not crazy. Not crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so if you're, yeah, I wouldn't say, you know what, I would wait until a couple of weeks into the beta to see if rogues are getting any big changes. If we haven't got any, you may want to start like, at least practicing on other classes, I'd say. But like, I think we might be okay. There's plenty of time to still like turn it around. And rogues, at least in Rogue Discord, there's very, very clear, like, very clear outlines of like, hey, this is what, we need for a class to be really, really good, right? So the rogue community is at least very, very vocal on exactly what needs to change in order for them to be to get in a better spot in terms of like, you know, war within stuff. So at the very least, like the devs are, you know, the rogue dev does hang out on Rogue Discord. They are aware, right? So they have info to read. I just think what they've been doing is focusing on other classes, and rogue changes are probably going to be coming out at some point later. If it's anything like Dragonflight, that's probably how it's going to be. I heard Blood DK is a very good tank. Blood DK is a really good tank, yeah. I mean, some of the talent changes, I don't know if you've seen them. They look really good. They look pretty good in my opinion. Dude, can I not get a 10? Holy. I'm trying to get a weekly out of the way. Uh-oh. Wait, now that you said, you know what? I have a hard time as a rogue getting into groups. I think I see what you mean now. I think I see what you mean. I'm gonna try this halls, I guess, or whatever. I'm just gonna start signing up. I want to sign up for a group that's like almost like good to go. They're almost ready, right? They just need a couple of DPS and they're good to go, whatever. Just so we can get in and out. If not, okay, we'll do this. If in the next few minutes, chat, I don't get in a group, we're just gonna play alts and just get our weeklies out of the way. Because I've been having a lot of fun playing everything else, man. But yeah. And also tonight we'll be going back to the raid. Beta comes 5. Yeah, tomorrow. Beta comes tomorrow. 5-9? No. 5-9? No, I don't think it's 5-9. Tomorrow. Yeah, beta's out tomorrow. 5th, pretty sure. Did I get it wrong? Am I all over the place? Double checking for you. June 5th. That's tomorrow. Yeah, today's June 4th. It is June, right? Yeah, 5th. That's tomorrow. No. It is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. I would just. It's one of those things where I just take a double take. Like, wait, did I make the mistake? Because it's like, well, is it out of the realm possibility that I would make a mistake with someone dumb like that? And it's like, no, I'm pretty dumb. Yeah, I would definitely make the mistake. You know what I mean? Oh, man. I like this UI stuff they've done where you can see like what classes everybody has or whatever. So like if they already got a rogue, there's a good chance that I want another rogue. But man, am I item level low or something? It's gotta be my score, right? I think it is probably my score because 2700 is pretty easy to get. Oh yeah, I do have some 8s and tyrannicals. That's probably why. So see, the highest tyrannical is done is an 8. No. It's like, I guess. What's another, what is the one of the lower tyrannicals that I have? Brack? I'll sign up for a Brack. I'll sign up for a group where there's like one lone homie. And we'll hopefully be able to build on from there. Natharis. Yeah. One lone homie. We're gonna try to see if we can get some setups here and there. 5.9 beta would have been out a month almost, dude. Yeah, that would have been wild. I've really gone out on myself and I really outdone myself with the name Glue Sticks. I do like that name. Looking for a guild called What You Are What You Eat. That'd be so good, dude. That would be so good. Yeah, I like Glue Sticks a lot. That's such a good name. Farm Crest Week. I feel like if you want to farm Crest, you're probably doing a 6, right? Not a 10? Yeah, I'm actually just not having any luck getting in, boys. Holy. There's a lot of no-codes. Like, do I just sign up for no-code, man? What about this one? They got a feral druid. Wild. Actually, feral probably pretty good if you're in the right comp, aren't they? Every week there we go. Every week my 4 level 85s I'm not playing make 10 to 25 gold from being Valor cap. Wait, what? I don't even know how Valor works. Does anybody even know how? I feel like unless you're actually playing Cataclysm, I'm so out of like track how Valor or any of the stuff works. Literally have zero idea. Like the more you tell me about Cataclysm, I'm like, oh my god, Valor. I mean, I guess like having a currency that you can grind out is better than nothing, but I don't know. Maybe it was better. Just to me, all the bad, it just makes you think, oh, kind of antiquated, isn't it? In a second. Abigail join here. Actually, feral? Actually feral. With actual trinkets and actual weapon. I'm hoping feral will be good next expansion. I feel like they've been kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of a mixed bag, I'd say, this expansion. But I'm hoping next one they'll be pretty solid. Trying to WE up as Outlaw 14s. People are brushing me off like a Bible salesman. Season 2 all over again. It really is, man. It really is. Like, casters are the meta right now. Everybody wants a caster or like a decent healer or a decent tank. But yeah, I mean, like, dude, certain classes do make dungeons easier, right? They just do. They just do. It's like rogues in what, season 3 of, or season 3 I think it was, if not season 2 of, actually it was maybe season 2 of BFA, when people would just run, you can run 1 out the rogue to make the dungeon easier, or you run 3 to make it even easier. Like, there was literally zero reason for you to run anything like that. Let me get a dial light. Okay. What else do I need?
5, 4.
Probably need another one of these actually. Triple Devils Falling Out of the Road was a dream. It was insane. It was insane. Yeah, I really wish the meta was a little more varied, right? We didn't go back just like a caster cleave. Like, I feel like at least one season Feral should be really best, right? How fun would that be? One season Feral is insane. And then Ellie Shamans. And then we got at least a little bit of variety here and there, right? It's just we keep going back and forth, like certain classes end up being like spotlighted again. And again. And again. That's my biggest gripe with like when it comes to M+ and meta stuff. Honestly. It's just certain classes I feel like are in the spotlight over and over and over. Look at the feral damage. Buddy. Buddy boy. Buddy boy. Doing numbies. I wonder if that's because he's uncapped and I'm capped. Like super hard capped. I guess we'll find out. Blood of the Enemy patch season 4. Blood of the Enemy was okay. Season 2 was when Blood of the Enemy came out immediately. Like, that's the patch when that all stuff came out. I mean, I guess you ran it in season 4 still. You technically could run that executed one. Execute talent. Why am I getting PI'd? PI the Feral. Wait, seriously, PI the Feral. He actually gets more value out of it than I do. Haze does nothing for me. Next expansion, another story, but for now, no. Please don't give it to me. I feel bad. Give it to somebody that actually is going to use it. Oh, look at the bro. He's got a drone rush rolling. Yeah, 24/7 is just a perma buff. It's a passive. I don't need PI. Trust. My cooldowns aren't cooldowns. They're just... That's like saying Bestial Wrath for hunters is a cooldown. It isn't. It's just it's just part of their existence. You know what I mean? It's just part of their life. They wake up in the morning, Bestial Wrath. I'm hoping they got all the spells because I got nothing for these ads. You know, if Rogues could actually do some of these ads, like the spells or whatever, it probably would be a little bit more like broad, but I guess it all depends on the weeks, honestly. We just roll damage and like skips, but like you don't really need skips when you have a Shadow Priest. You know? There's just not I feel like there needs to be more like, oh, you gotta shroud that moment, right? Where a doing the Shadow Priest skip is just not gonna be enough. Right? Plus mages now have mass invis, so if you really need that skip, you can just get a mage to go mass invis. Yeah, they won't have shield, but like if you really need that utility, right? It exists. Right, so I feel like that could be also pretty annoying. At least from a rogue perspective. We used to have a very unique kit, but it's no longer that unique, so technically if let's say a group really needs that utility, like you'll just have your mage switch talents. That's really all. We should stealth here. Rip no stealth. Use more of my trinket, not trinket, but potion. Scuffing me. Actually, that's what I should do on my tanks, is start this guy over here. Just so I can pick up the ad a little easier. Actually, it seems like it makes all the sense in the world. I want to blind them real quick. Started walking a little early. I think I missed my kick there. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna cloak. Oh, okay. Probably good that I did that, honestly. I really like this song, man. Why am I getting pelted? Hello? Why me? Like, blind that. Now there's a ghosty. Can't help it. You make it weaker every time I get affected by time warp and PI. Haze does nothing to me. I don't know, man. Maybe like a whisper. Hey, don't PI me ever. It just does. I'm excited that they're gonna give us like a bit more reason for us to be hasted in the next expansion. I think that's really cool. Like, it actually feels pretty good because there's like more good value out of it. But yeah, we'll see. Probably should hit this guy, shouldn't I? Yeah, I definitely should. Okay, that works. Okay, he didn't PI me, I don't think, at least. What the hell? Why the hell are you in a corner like that? That's so weird. Wait. Guess I targeted the wrong guy there for a second. Oh, don't run him out. Holy, oh, Wycliffe, no! Drew! No, Drew. Yeah, I don't like where. Oh, I don't like where he has those guys hanging. I don't like that at all. That does not feel good. Oh, they all died kind of evenly though, didn't they? That's kind of neat. Had to make a macro spam and don't interrupt. Dark Sim is up because I got cheated out of 10 Dark Sims back to back. Yeah, I feel like also what's it's the Warriors also have to do that too with the don't kick, I gotta reflect. It's super annoying for them, man. Every one of them is like a must-have macro. It's like, hey, please, can I... Okay, yeah, this cloak gotta go, dude. I can't use the cloak in Mythic Plus. It's like literally takes you out of stealth randomly. I hate that. I don't think it'll take me out of stealth like while I'm mid-combat, but it is super annoying. What is it? The cloak, the Sarkareth cloak, just randomly takes you out of stealth. They still haven't fixed that because it's like, oh, it gives you a buff, and it's like, but why does it take me out of stealth? There's no reason for it. And like, rogues have told them multiple times, like, yo, hey, this thing takes you out of stealth. Can you fix? Oh, we are aware. So can you maybe get a fix for it? Nothing. Ready to silence. You'll just be randomly popping out of stealth. Look, I'm in stealth. I'm chilling. I'm vibing, right? I can get a proper opener. And again, will randomly just take me out of stealth for no reason. Not fun at all. I don't want to make it sound like I'm complaining too much, but I am definitely complaining right now. You want to pull these guys? That's a weird pull. Did he mean to pull that? I don't remember last time I pulled those guys. Oh, I like that. I like that grippy thing. I wish they gave you a proper talon so you could like typhoon and grip things towards you like that, right? I think that'd be cool. Because I feel like a lot of druids do that grippy thing. Where they'll like put down Ursals, knock people into Ursals, and they'll get like knocked out and zoom back into Ursals. I think it should just be a talent and sound like an upgrade for Ursals, right? Maybe so he just like has a bigger grip, right? After a second delay, just takes things around the Ursals and yoink him in or whatever. I think that'd be cool. Probably didn't have to stun him there, did I? Not really. Could have delayed it a little bit. Ow. Can I cloak that? Is it just a bleed? There's a bleed. I can dodge this. Yep. Weird, you could dodge that ability for some reason. There's like an AoE crush thing he does. Just dodges it. For no reason. Literally have to cheap shot this guy on global as a rogue. It's kind of an annoying fight. Makes it much easier if I do that, but it is super annoying. Yeah, my damage is gonna be ass there. Not much you can do really. I'm actually gonna back up. I normally just rush in and I set it up, but will this cloak randomly take me out of stealth? That's fun. I'm just gonna back away. Typhoon being for just like seeing katas and holy. Typhoon the knockback ability? Oh, that's weird, yeah. That's unusual. Imagine if that's what the CD was now. I feel like it would have so much control, man. That is kind of unholy, but like in a cool way. Imagine if like plus little thing Cataclysm, right? I feel like it would work. I just don't think it would fit the whole like classic original aesthetic or whatever. But I think it would work pretty well. Uh-oh. Watch out, cleaves. Cleaves for days. Imagine though. I'll clog this. I don't know if Pharaoh's gonna be decursed and whatnot. Uh-oh. Because Pharaoh's right next to the monk. I don't like that. I mean, he's probably gonna like it less when he dies. Just hope he doesn't get cleaved randomly. Again, like, well, here at least something is taking me out of stealth. That's normal. That's shrinking. There, I don't even... I mean, Succubus for 20 seconds of the talent? It is, yeah, technically. But, like, I don't know, Typhoon has so much of a knockback potential. You know, Succubus is just a singular target. With in Mythic Plus, imagine just how much crowd control and, like, intro potentially you have against multiple foes if there was, like, short of a CD. It's kind of nuts. I'm pretty sure it's pretty short, Typhoon on its own, but it's not something you can really spam. You know how Evokers can constantly knock things up in the air over and over and over? Like, that's partially what makes him really, really good at Mythic Plus. It's just constant disruptions that can just hit against multiple targets. It's really, really strong. Like, being able to do that over and over, again and again, it's really strong. Oh, apparently also they fixed the beams here. Except dying, they didn't fix that, but beams they fixed apparently. So they should be a little more accurate, because it used to be like a little bit far back, a little far forward. You don't want to be a little too close to the beams whatsoever, just because sometimes like, oh, it looks like it's super far away from you. Actually, it's like right on top of you. Apparently they fixed that. We'll find out if that's true or not. If we get randomly beamed and the beam wasn't there, then I'll be upset. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, you know, test the limits here. Rolling in a Dronish run again. I also need to add one little adjustment to my weak aura. The roll the bones one. Oh god. I was thinking for a second, it looked like he was taking him to the center. And I thought, oh, okay, he's taking him to the middle? Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. It looked like he was taking the boss to the center, so I just chased after him. It didn't look like the boss kind of like walked in there. All of us trolled there. I thought he was walking him to the center. That's why I was just walking after him. It's literally this guy's the only one left. What's up, 10 mil? Aw, man. I feel like he just maybe dies and we go again. Because we had literally no feral here for a good bit of the fight. Unless he wants to do it. I don't know how much damage he's got. He might be able to. Who knows, honestly. Do you have any extra video on your rogue talents? I have a bunch of guides on rogue stuff, but in terms of like, are you talking about the war within talents or talking about like live talents right now, Ron? I'll probably keep my guide for season 4 stuff. Does this always have a cast time? The traveling part? Does that always have a cast time? Oh, thank you. I walk in, get screamed at. Great dungeon! Oh, by the way, new affix is coming out too in War Within. Kinda excited for them. I feel like the boss is gonna spawn over here. Oh, he does. Not as close as I thought. Not as close, but still. Pretty close. I can't distract him. Again, look, randomly taken out of stealth. Literally did nothing. This cloak, man. It'll just randomly poke you out of stealth. Not only is it gonna take away stamina, because it just doesn't have any on it, but also it'll just randomly take you out of stealth. Look, just randomly walking around out of stealth for no reason. There goes my opener. You want to have an opener? Nah, not today, fam. Not today. Opener's always kind of scuffy. Like, it's perfectly fine over the opener, just all weird. Rotationally. It's all upside down. Yeah, I'm not gonna be dumb and run at him, because that'll be stupid. Thanks to take a look. Hey, no problem, guy. It should be pretty easy to find. I like how the monk is trying to heal me too. Are we separated? Oh, that's why. Okay. I'm gonna drink my sippy. I'm gonna drink a sippy. He's literally trying to off heal us. I like that. Team player, man. Don't say he's never done anything for me. It's taking forever. Going wrong way. It's kind of funny because the Chalmers have to push on Rogue. I called to get Illidan Glaives. Wait, hold on. I called if I get Illidan Glaives, I'll push on him, so I have to. Wait, are you trying to get a build for M+? Because I could just link in my build that I'm running right now. Are you trying to get like a rating build or M+ build, or what are you trying to do, my guy? What kind of build are you trying to get going here? Because if it's M+, I basically just give you the build I'm running right now, and that'll work out just fine. That is the build that Rogues are playing. And plus will be perfect, my guy. Okay. Whenever I get like a second where we are not dying, I'll hit you up, yeah? I'll get you the copy. I'll get you the import code, so you can just directly import it into the game. And you should be fine. And then you should be vibing. Here we go. How do I do a share? Here we go. There we go. There you are, my friend. That should work. So if you're just looking for like a push build just to actually use an M+, this is the build that you would run. It's a keep it rolling build. It's much better once you get the actual like tier pieces for your rogue, because then the whole roll the bones mechanic becomes a lot less RNG heavy. But yeah, that's the build. Wish you the best of luck in your rogue journey. Hope you enjoy it too, because the spec, like learning how to play now, I feel like you're gonna, it's transferable into the next expansion, I'd say, right? So learning how to play properly now, around like at least the basic rotation, those are the skills that you'll be able to take directly into War Within. Which I think is always exciting whenever there's classes that are not going through a crazy amount of changes in War Within, where like everything you learn now is just going to be transferable. Hunters I feel like is another class that's like that, because they're not getting too crazy changes. I didn't mean to vanish that. I've done a key with the Windwalker in a bit, man. I'm really hoping Windwalkers feel a lot tankier in expansion, man. I think that's all they need. If they could just go for like just a brick build, you just a brick wall. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Or Chi death. Or that. I think though I don't die there, maybe Chi... Not Chi death. I guess Chi death works, but... Link. 10% DR on Link maybe saves me a little. Atira said next step, yeah, get that as soon as possible. It is massive. Not only is it big for like just overall damage output, but it's a huge convenience, man. It's a huge convenience gain. It is actually just massive how good it is. It's a really solid tier set. We got a really good one. I'm very surprised they're not making that a talent like a capstone next expansion. I feel like it totally could. It's that good. It's like a must-have. If there's any like, oh please do this Blizzard in next expansion moments, that getting that tier set as like something we can carry on forward is super nice, because otherwise we have a lot of variance on how much damage we deal, right? Get a good set of rolls, bones, buffs. Okay, you're doing huge damage. Can I reset? I'm gonna reset. At least I got one of my haze haze buffs removed. Debuffs rather. Yeah, it's a huge convenience though. It's actually massive. Are we skippy? Are we not skippy? Are we doing whelpling? I feel like we pulled a little too much in the opener. Not in the opener, but like before second boss. There was like a bunch of dwarves on the left side or right hand side. Oh yeah, you can't actually grapple that, can you? So you go a little left and then you go forward. That's how you do it. Here we go. Just run through. Run through. Oh, monk, please no. Oh, he's stuck. There we go. Cloak it. Doesn't this actually gain benefits from haste? I think my chick actually gets benefits from haste. I probably should relate it then.
Too far away.
Oh man, I blocked out that feral so hard. Okay, let's see if this actually does help. I don't even know if that trinket works with haste. I think it used to. We try to vanish for this. There we go. How do we do? Yeah, 426. Yeah, that's okay. I was kind of hoping the Pharaoh would like be blasting. I mean, he did really, really well. I was just kind of hoping that, you know, maybe this guy had like the build unlocked or something. GG's. Wait, hold on. Did somebody get a? Ooh. Hey, need belt? Actually, I'm gonna ask him for the belt because this thing is kind of whatever. It's just better stats for me. If I can get that with a socket, that'd be huge. TY. I'm gonna sim that. I'm gonna sim it because it might actually be really, really good. We'll see though. I thought it'd be easy to get my mogs from the Vault Incarnate, but apparently it's gonna be a ton of runs. Is it actually? I know you can get a bunch of mogs for like what the weapons. I feel like you should be able to buy a bunch of sets too with the bullions. You know what I mean? I think that'd be cool if they added that. GG's. I'll sim this thing later because it is technically my better stats. Technically. But like what I think they should do is with the vendor here, you know, the one that's like cosmetic vendor. These guys over here. Maybe they should add another one. Because you know how you can get like, not these guys maybe. No, these guys. I said this one? Yeah, this one, right? You have bullion and you could buy a bunch of stuff, right? For weapons usually and recolors. I feel like they should also maybe be like, oh, spend like 2 bullion or 3 bullion or whatever the price they want to do for it, right? Whatever they want to do. Maybe just one. And you buy this set recolor. I think that'd be cool just for the mogs, you know? Just for the mogs. So if you just want to buy a bunch of gear mogs. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be awesome. But that's just me. Isn't it kind of this crit versa belt? No, I don't think it is. I think it's haste crit, actually. I think it used to be crit versa. Or, yeah, I think it used to be last season crit versa, but it's different nowadays. I thought so too, and I thought, oh, that'd be easy. Didn't turn out that way at all. So I'm gonna figure out that belt later. Look at the Grief Torch, by the way. It was such a good investment. Definitely a really good trinket. They Signet probably know they're good for dungeons, or at least that dungeon specifically. Not enough stuff lives long enough. But Grief Torch got a lot of value. I only pressed it, what? I don't even know how many times. It doesn't say. It says how many times it did damage, and it does multiple like hits, multiple instances. I wish I knew how many times I actually pressed the button. Let's take a like report it. Options? No. Also, somebody got this work on the alpha. I don't even know how they did. I was trying to finagle with it. I couldn't get it to work. It didn't even look like I had a build. I think somebody had to take it and broke it or jailbroke it or something. Is it in season 3? I'm thinking season 3. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember taking a look at that item and like catalyzing it, and it just kind of turned out whatever. You know? Do I have coins on this guy? Or did I use all my coins already? Because I'm pretty gemmed out. Not fully. This already had a socket. Or maybe do I have coins? Coin or token, right? Okay, coin and token, I don't have any apparently. I guess next week maybe I will. Let's actually do the next song. Actually, one after that. That's a good one. And I think I'll sim it later. Alright, boys. Let's get another ult out of the way. What do you guys want to see? We got a couple options, man. I don't need the high-end key on my ults. I just need to get like an actual key done. Just to get the weekly. Should we do Monk? I've been having a lot of fun with Windwalker recently. Could do one of the healers. I haven't played Priest in a bit. You can do this guy too. Have to go to sleep, staying up till midnight to work next morning, so not good. Hope you have a good stream. Thanks so much for coming by, John. Hope you have a good one, man. Hope you have a good sleep, man. Deepest in a road gap in the group. It's okay for the most part. I don't know. It just doesn't seem that high. I think like play Monk. Hell yeah. I think mages and shadow priests like fully geared and like with a good tank that pulls everything probably do like a ton more though. That's the thing. I think I actually don't do that much damn. Like a lot of classes are hitting for like 500, 600. So like comparing me to them, right? In that bracket, I'm like, keep trying to hit that 500, but I can't. All right, we'll see if I can get a group as a Windwalker. I have a little bit of gear. Like a, what is it, 2-4 maybe? I could probably do it easy too, right? Now let's skip. Do you have a Mythic Naya? Do I? Maybe I'll help Jay with his Mythic Naya skip thing. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can help him really quickly. I don't remember if I have a Mythic Naya skip on this guy, but I'm gonna try it. You see, I guess he wants to farm it for a Mog or whatever. You still need the cloak for last two bosses of Nyalotha too. So I can give him the skip, but like, yeah. Wait, where is he? How do you get to Mythic Naya again? Isn't it like, isn't the actual, oh man. Or maybe they could summon me. Isn't the actual like intro to the raid different depending on the week it is? Raids in Oldham? Okay. Wait, has it always just in Oldham, or wasn't it like different every single week though, right? Sometimes the portal, the entrance is in Oldham, and other times it is in the Missa Pandaria, Vale, out of all the places. Oldham. Different week? Yeah, I was gonna say. I was pretty sure it's Diffy. Oh, is it Oldham? Okay, I'm not seeing an Oldham. Do I gotta talk to a guy? Yeah, I think I gotta talk to this Dormy. Yeah. Oh, it's even giving me a loading screen. That's so weird. Okay, here we are. Yeah, there it is. Big old pillar. Man, oh dude, this brings me back. Have you guys got all the bosses done? Hell yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna sneak by here real quick. Speaking of the Black Prince, I forgot about that, man. Big move speed buff. I just talk to this, right? Or do I talk to something? Oh! There we go. Here we go. Neat. I'm gonna go kill this mob, but you guys should have a skip now, right? Don't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep walking until the end, just to make sure they get past the portal or whatever. just to make sure that they don't need me again. And then when they walk through the portal, then I'm gonna back away. Then I'm gonna go back to doing all stuff. Just, I don't know what happens, like, if I leave, like, does the door close back up again, or what? There we go. Yeah, there it is. There it is. One. Waiting on you. Am I gonna get mind controlled if I just walk in, or is it like when the fight begins? I think it's when the fight begins. Okay, cool. But with that, I'm gonna hearth the hell out of here. Enjoy. That's weird. I hope Fury Warriors get a rework. I think they made feel like they made Fury Tree worse. Like the Talon Tree? Is it worse? I don't know. I don't think it feels any different. If anything. Is it worse? I don't really. I didn't get the feel like it feels worse when I messed around with it. But I played it a little bit on the alpha. I think what's weird, what's gonna feel weird is having to press Blade Storm. I feel like that's gonna feel weird. But as for the actual tree, they kind of adjusted the talents on the left hand side and right hand side, and they really want you to press Bloodthirst as well as Raging Blow. I don't know. I guess it depends, right? If you enjoy just spamming Raging Blows on rampages and kind of putting Bloodthirst to the side and only pressing it once in a blue moon, that felt probably pretty good. Unless you like that, what is it, the current playstyle they had, or like last season's build they had, where they mostly play like an auto-attacky, no Raging Blow build, mostly Bloodthirst. They did Annihilate and Odin's Fury is dead. I mean, they did Annihilate because they basically gave you like a weird rotation where you actually had downtime in between your abilities. I guess that's like, people enjoyed the no carpal tunnel gameplay. But I also heard from people that like, that felt terrible when you're pressing abilities and you're just not getting the Bloodthirst reset. So like, you're just sitting there waiting for your slam or whirlwind to come back. Like, it wasn't great either. So it all depends which kind of warrior you are. And I think you end up having people in the two different parts of the community, right? You have the warriors that enjoy just, you know what, I like having someone to press. Whether it is just spamming Raging Blows into a bunch of rampages, at least I'm pressing something. And then there's other subset of warriors that are like, you know what, I don't like carpal tunnel, I'll take the auto-attacky build. Yes, there's going to be some downtime and rotation, but like, I'm fine with it. Whereas the other subset finds that completely awkward, man. You know what I mean? And we have less capstones now. Let me double check that. Is it actually less? Or is it like a technically less, but not really less? I guess is the question. I'll put it up against Slayer, I guess. What is it? Here we go. Okay, so there's Odin's Fury, there's Annihilator, but like Annihilator was kind of like a must-have, so it was like you basically were locked into 2 talent points here, and even those right here too. So it's like it's a little bit of like a gate. So I guess you don't have that AoE, but they basically repurpose it into a powerful Enrage. Like if you want a slower gameplay of a Fury Warrior, powerful Enrage, but you do still press Bloodthirst and Raging Blow. It's just not as fast, but you hit harder, like just 15% harder. I don't know if that will actually be good, but that is the thought process behind it. But yeah, I guess I can see what you mean by we have less capstones, but I think it's more on a technical less capstones, because essentially this whole mechanic of slowing down the gameplay is repurposed into a singular talent instead of picking up friends that are in rage. So I don't know, like if they can tune them where it's like, okay, you get a slower gameplay but hit harder, may not be the worst. They didn't replace anything with it, it's so sad. Again, like what I said is they basically did, it's powerful in rage, or at least that's the idea behind it. Like whether this actually nets you the same amount of damage or respectable amount of damage against friends that are in rage and like a more faster like carpal tunnel inducing gameplay, it's gonna end up coming down to tuning. But yeah, I don't know, I guess. Because again, I think it's just different kind of warriors, man. They said what time beta starts. They didn't say a time. No, they didn't really say a time period. They just said it's going to be. I imagine when the servers come up, so it's probably going to be around the time we stream. Zal. I imagine. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't really know like what the number tuning is going to be like, but essentially we're like, well, we want you to press Bloodthirst and Raging Blow. Well, we understand you like that auto attack build, but like, It's basically like they're trying to give you. So basically, just think of it. You're not really gonna get the same kind of playstyle you get with Annihilator, but how do I put this? Trying to think of a way that I can put this. They want you to press Bloodthirst and Rage and Blow, because a lot of your talents for hero spec stuff is going to revolve around Bloodthirst and Rage and Blow. None of them revolve around Slam. So, like, even if you were to keep the same capstones, right, of Storm of Swords and Annihilator, I guess, like, you would have Annihilator replacing your Rage and Blow, but there's probably, like, would have created way too much of tuning problems for, like, Slayer and Mounted Thing, because they do end up using Rage and Blow. But getting those free procs from autos would have just been awkward and definitely super disbalanced. So they were like, all right, we want to keep that element, but we want you to press those buttons specifically. Instead of having you press Slam, we want you to press Rage and Blow. Instead of not pressing Bloodthirst, we want you to press Bloodthirst. We don't want it to have just Rage and Blow or just Bloodthirst. We want you to press both of these two buttons that exist and make the playstyle all around those two, right? Also getting rid of the two nodes would be nice too. Wait, also getting rid of the two nodes would be nice. I like the new talent trees, all capstones, all like behind two node stuff. Yeah, a lot of them are locked behind those gates, but they're like that on purpose so that you are limited in your picks of capstones, right? So you don't get all the capstones. Because if they were all one, you would have to adjust, because your talent point economy, right? That's what it comes down to. They can't have warriors grab all capstones, otherwise they would need to really dilute their entire playstyle and make it super giga weak. And even if you are able to pick up, like, even if you can pick up Odin's Fury and the buff talent, Anger Management and one of the buff talents, and Onslaught and a buff talent, and Ravager or Bladestorm, probably Bladestorm, or Ravager. I guess Ravager if you mount thing, and an extra talent. The rest of the kit would need to be all tuned down because you're grabbing all those powerful capstones. But if you are limited the amount of capstone to grab, you can make every single one of the capstones feel quite powerful. Right, so I guess it's a bit of both. It's one or the other, really. Because capstones are not there for you to eventually get every talent unlocked. It's supposed to be a choice, right? But every choice is supposed to be impactful, but how do you make them impactful if you can grab all of them? You would have to dilute them. Every one of them would feel weak. It would just feel like a bloat. But instead of having you be able to pick 4 different cooldowns, you get to pick 2, but every single one of them feels a lot better. Or at least I imagine that would be the idea behind it. Again, that all depends how they tune it, right? Odin's Fury is just dead because you have to take 2. The middle 2 nodes is better. On the left-hand side. Yeah, there's not enough stuff that supports Odin's Fury. I don't disagree with you on that. You would take the middle because, yeah, you have a lot more options there, too. Even if you, let's say, put 1 talent point for Odin's Fury, I think you still wouldn't really invest into it just because Slayer ends up having you lean into Bladestorm, Rage and Blow, a little bit of Bloodthirst interactions, so you're gonna have to invest points here anyway. Even if you were to take Mountain Thing, like, there's not interactions with Odin's Fury there either. There's some Ravager interaction, so there might be some value in that regard. Was there a Ravager? I don't think there used to be a Ravager, but not anymore, right? I think it was Storm's Might, Lightning Strike, Generate Rage, yeah, that used to be with Ravager. I know there was a talent that has to play with Ravager, they changed it a little bit though. Yeah, so I guess this one has less of interaction with Ravager, so I guess you are more free to pick up Odin's Fury with Mountain Thane, but there's not anything to support that specifically, right? So I guess that'll be like the freedom aspect there. Critical thinking versus depth experience. I mean, Master is good. And Bloodthirst and Rage is good too. Versus crit damage for Rage and Blow only. Okay. I mean, I guess they really want warriors to really have a build down the middle because that's where Recklessness comes from. And then Switch Strikes gives you that opening. I think the way that they're really looking at it though is you'll probably invest down the middle and you'll probably invest into the right or the left. As Slayer, you're guaranteed to invest over on the right. That makes all the sense in the world. I wonder if they could do something with Mountain Thing with like Odin's Fury. But yeah, it's interesting. Though that being said, we are still actually, I guess there was Odin's Fury natural interaction with Berserker's Torment, or rather Titan's Torment, right? Yeah, Titan's Torment. Activating Avatar cast Odin's Fury, acting on Odin's Fury cast Avatar, reduce effectiveness. There may still be like some natural interaction there. Actually, no, there is some interaction there. Because Avatar and Odin's Fury, that's going to be proccing you Avatar more often. No, so there is natural interaction there. I feel like it still will run Odin's. Unless it's just not strong enough. Like, just the idea, I haven't seen Sims, right? So this is like not taking Sims into account. There is interaction as to why I think you would. Like, the logic, I think, is sound. Like, hear me out. Avatar, you're gonna need to pick it up from Mountain Thane, right? The more often you can enter Mountain Thane, the more often you can get your Thunderclap to become a Thunderblast, and that's like your main mechanic, right? And if you pick up Titan's Torment, activating Avatar casts Odin's Fury. Does it not do it backwards though? Activate Odin's Fury cast Avatar. Yeah, so it still does do it. It's just only Recklessness. Because the other one reduces effectiveness. Doesn't that change them? No, I think it's only for arms, isn't it? Okay, so there it is still reverse. Odin's Fury activates Avatar, the proxy Avatar of the Storm. It gives you charges of Thunderclap. I feel like I still would want to use it then. So there is an actual synergy just there alone, just for picking up Odin's Fury. Because Thunderclap hits hard. I don't know. Are you sure there's like, again, maybe like early Sims don't recommend it because it's just not strong enough, but like the logic is there, right? Slayer would go into Bladestorm. Mountain Thane would go into Odin's Fury for Avatar procs. Am I wrong, chat? Just like, again, take numbers and like Sims and actual like optimal DPS out of the question. Isn't there a logic to go for Odin's? I mean, maybe like numerically that playstyle is dead, but for hero spec it should work fine, right? Affliction is the one spec which I think takes absolute piss out of the amount of 2-point caps in places. Are you talking about like right now on live or or alpha? Because they recently did have like, I don't know if you read the blue post about it. They actually mentioned it. I'd go read the blue post on it. Yeah, I'd go read the blue post on it if you talk about recent alpha build. Unless you talk about live, and then I don't really know. Autos don't do enough anymore. Rage blow stuff is better. What do you mean? Like Dancing Blades, you mean? Autos don't do enough anymore. Rage and blow stuff is better now. But no, that still doesn't. You still didn't answer my question. Like Titan's Torment, Odin's Fury, proc and Avatar. Synergizes with Mountain Thane, doesn't it? Your auto attack trigger lightning strikes more often. I guess it's just what buffs the damage. Gives you auto attack damage and speed, so it does give you speed. So there is now also what second synergy, auto attack trigger lightning strikes more often. Right? Am I wrong? Isn't there actual synergy for it then? To use it and then you delay it until the buff is gone and then you use this for more auto attack speed. If you are talented into like gathering clouds. Like, am I wrong about that? And the lightning strikes have a chance to give you bloodthirst additional cooldown, so there's synergy there off of lightning strike specifically. Like, tell me if I'm wrong and explain to me how. I'm just trying to figure it out, man. PvE always been lackluster. Wasn't DPS Warrior really good at the beginning of the expansion though? Am I wrong about that? Hold on a second. Wait, wasn't Arms Warrior like the play in every single raid tier for the executes? Am I wrong about that? Wait a second. Also, Warriors scale with endgame, don't they? Mountain Thane also does with Recklessness. Wait, what? Mountain Thane also does with Recklessness. Hold on. Yeah, the only Recklessness you have interaction is like activate Recklessness grants you a charge of Thunderblast. What do you mean? Like with this button in the middle? I mean, I assume you'll go down the middle and then it'll vest into the left side or right side. Like I said earlier, right? You'll pick up whatever you want up here. I don't know. I think Odin's Fury... Again, I haven't seen the Sims. Maybe somebody simmed it out. But to me, Odin's Fury, Titan, Avatar, Mountain Thane makes like sense to put together. Just logic alone. Without like Sims. Again, maybe numerically it's not that strong. Maybe just go Bladestorm or Ravager. Just because it does overall more damage. Even though there's like clear synergy. But who knows, right? Single Minded Fury could be come out of swing as zero reason. Aren't considering that. Single Minded Fury, I don't think so. Unless it's like a really good one-hander. They've been having a hard time balancing it, and they need like a kind of a, like, I'd say Frost DK two-hander or dual wield has gotten a lot better recently. It's just right now you only see them play two-hander because of the Lego, but like they've gotten a lot stronger, like more even between one another. And I don't think Fury Warriors anywhere near that. I don't think they're anywhere near that whatsoever. But I could be wrong on that. We do monk. Bottom left Hero Talent out? Which one? Is seeing that Capstone Hero Talent triggers off random cast at Avatar Rec? I think is the case of seeing if that Capstone Hero triggers off a random cast Avatar Rec. What do you mean? Max says, they always make warrior tank. I always try to make warrior tank warrior because DPS warrior is bad. Warriors are mostly taken for raid buff. I mean, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, you have a class with a raid buff, you're gonna need one. Not good enough for dungeons though. Have warriors ever been like insane for dungeons? If they just don't bring enough utility inside of dungeon experience, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they just need to give them more utility, but I don't think they're gonna do it for a class with a raid buff. Well, I guess those mages then, right? Priests, they bring a raid buff. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I just remember that warriors generally, I mean, in the past it's been true. I don't really know if that's true now, but I know that it used to scale really good for endgame stuff, right? The further we get to the end of an expansion, the more damage they do. I mean, if anybody remembers Antor's Fury Warrior and how much execute damage you can do, once you hit execute, you're going to be top end. Literally no one can compete. If you can slam executes out of the way, chill it. Second highest melee and plus score. Isn't arms really good on dungeons on plus? Are they? I know that God Compass got really good recently, but I don't think it's like an anti-warrior sentiment. It's more just like casters really good sentiment. I don't think it's an anti-warrior. It's just like melee are not amazing, unless you bring a melee that synergizes well with the with the casters. You know what I mean? Is it okay? I'll be down, my guy. I'll be down. Win range meta. Yeah, I mean that's just kind of how it goes, right? Sometimes you're in meta, sometimes you're not in meta. But like warrior at least like has like a need to be brought in, at least within raid content. I don't know. I just don't really know what you can give them besides like just group utility, like really good group utility to make them like, I guess, a must-have. Weren't there somewhat of a must-have back in Shadowlands though, or like really good numeric in Shadowlands for keys and stuff? I'm trying to think. I don't know. I just call it a gut feeling, but I don't think warriors have been like insanely popular like evokers were or mages were, at least for like M+, or like how rogues were at some point. But I don't think there's ever been like a feral druid. It just doesn't really get. I don't think it was. I don't remember last time a feral druid was like absolutely insane, except in like raid single target for specific fights. But like in dungeons in particular, right? If you are looking at PvE content, like, oh, do you have an easy time fighting groups in dungeons? If that is your barometer of like if a class is insane or OP, oh, how easy it is for you to just join a random dungeon group and get in just because of your class. Yeah, I don't think warriors have been there, but I don't think ferals have been there either. Maybe when walkers were there for a short bit of time or whatever, right? I don't think it's like anti-warrior thing. It's just like just not enough utility thing, or like not quite a rogue, not quite a demon hunter kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just something they bring that the warriors don't. I think maybe in War Within it could be a little bit better, but like if they just had like a unique thing that no other melee brought, like a mass spell reflect, I feel like that would make them kind of insane. I feel like it's just they're like almost there. They just need that one thing. But the thing is too, like it gets super competitive when you are trying to look at the high end M plus as well, right? Because people are just gonna play the very best class. Like even if you have the best class and you have second best, you're just gonna bring the best. You could bring someone second best who's like really close, right? The difference is like very small. Here's the top end, here's like second best class. You could bring him. It's not that much difference, but like, why would you? Why would you waste time and not bring like literally the best in slot? You know what I mean? So it's not, I don't think it's like an anti-warrior thing or anti-any class thing. I think it just comes down to like the competitive field. And at the end of the day, like, yeah, you could bring a class that's like, let's say like there's like, let's say like you have a shadow, let's say you have a warlock and a mage, right? Both are casters, right? Both have an interrupt. Both, let's say, have some reason an immunity, right? Both have exactly the same kit. But like a mage has bloodlust and shaman doesn't, or not shaman, but warlock, or like let's say not bloodlust. Let's say like something small, like dragon's breath, right? Both have an AoE stun, both have a gate. Just pretend, right? Both have exactly the same thing, but one has like a little bit like a knock up or like a disruption or something. Yes, you could bring a warlock, but the mage is literally better. They're better in this like one thing. Everything else is the same. Even like, let's say damage-wise profile, very similar, but one has this one thing that the other guy doesn't. And like you have choices, you could pick one or the other for your dungeon group. Of course you're gonna pick the best one, like they're both signed up. There's plenty of them, and people want to find out, oh, that class is really good, I'm gonna play that. And now you have more people playing that class, so there's not like, there's a hard pickings trying to find that, you know, trying to find that class to join your group. It's usually how it happens, right? Somebody best in slot, I'm gonna play that. Everybody's gonna want me to play it, right? So you not only you're competing with a lot more players than that are willing to re-roll to a class, and right now it's pretty easy to gear out an ult, which is a good thing. I don't think that's a bad thing at all, but it is a consequence of, oh, it's really easy to gear out a new character. All right, I'm just gonna play someone best in slot. I'm gonna gear it very quickly, and I have more of those people as a flood into the pool of players that you can pick now from a dungeon. So now you're playing your main. You've been focusing on your main, but now you're competing with everybody who re-rolled to best in slots. Right? I don't think it ends up being like an anti-warrior sentiment specifically. It's really easy to gear ults. Nothara says down title. Oh, okay. There we go. Hold on a second. I'm going on a rant here. Dal. Hey, let's go. What key level is this? Like is it a +8? Bro, I'm gonna die. I'm just over 1 million health. Yeah, sorry for making you wait. I appreciate it. Honestly, if I'm like this, I don't even know what key level we're doing. What key level is this? Because I feel like at that point maybe I should just heal it or something. Maybe that'll be more useful than me DPSing. Or I could do this. Hold on, I can see what key I have if I have a key. Do I have a key? Hi, Panda. I have a key apparently. Hold on. Eyeballs. Do they work? Looking for the icon. I think I saw it there for a second, but you guys probably see it and I don't, right? Oh, Jesus. You guys are probably looking at it right now thinking, how the hell does he not find it? Okay, I'm just doing this. Bracken high too. Maybe we should just do my Brack 2 then. Apparently I didn't have it. I opened up a vault. I thought I would get a key out of it, but apparently not. Okay. I did a dungeon, pretty sure, on this guy, right? Yeah, I did dungeons. Okay. Alright. I guess maybe I did. Because I'm pretty sure I did on plus at some point, right? Did I? Yeah. Okay. Alright. I have a 7, we can do whatever. Let's do my 2. Let's do my 2. Yeah. Yeah, just to make it easy, dude, because I'm just not gonna be useful in a 7, right? It's a +12. Let's just get a plus, basically the old season +12. At least I'm kind of useful there. At least I'm not trolling. If I was like completely cracked out and insane, like if this was an outlaw rogue and 498 item level, I feel like I'd be able to do some stuff. I feel I'll be able to crank every pull, constant cooldowns rolling, never gonna die. I got cheat death, I got faint, right? I'm actually gonna aggressively use defensives. As a monk, I'm like, dude, I'm playing this for funsies. Someone can do it, yeah, no, we're fine, we'll be chilling. And honestly, if you're having a hard time finding a healer, no, we're not. I was gonna say I could just heal. Worst to worst, I could heal. Also, I gotta do my weeklies on my alls too. I know our class is going through quite a bit of changes in War Within, but like playing Monk on live, I feel like it's giving me a bit of a perspective of like more or less how you play a Monk and like the idea and the logic and the, you know, the logic behind how you actually play and use your abilities. And I feel like the logic translates pretty well into the War Within. Except whenever I'm playing around the, what is it? Celestial hero spec. That one in particular. And cooldown reduction that you get Giga CDR off of Yulon and trying to fit a Fist of Fury in there, it is impossible. It is actually just an impossibility. It is wild. Oh man. Warrior Trick has been basically the same since the F launch, sees much love. I don't disagree, yeah. Like some kind of an update would probably do it. Oh, wait, where are you? You're over here. Here we go. Oh, I like the onesie. That looks so good. And you got the weapons for it too. I don't think I've ever got the green lightsabers ever, man. I need to go back and get those. Whenever I'm going, wrong thing. Whenever I'm going for the Shadowlands mount achievement is when I think I'll do the, what is it? Is when I'll go and get the green lightsabers. Okay, I'll click yours. Okay, you do it. I'm bugging, dude. I'm bugging so hard. Oh, this guy. He's in here somewhere. Somewhere nearby. I imagine he's already inside. I'm bugging, man. Give him the Furious Slash back. Heck, what the hell is Furious Slash? Threat of the Tastararan is 100% chance. When dual wielding, a Death Strike can obliterate. Plague Strike. Rune Strike. What the hell is a Plague Strike? Have a 60% chance to also deal damage with the offhand weapon. It's 100% chance. Wait, is it bugged? That seems a little wacky if that is bugged. Huh. I feel like for consistency, they would make it 100 and just like adjust how much damage it does. 100% to do 60% worth of damage or whatever. So it's basically even with a dual wield. Dummy Wowhead database. No, it's just a dummy Wowhead database. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it was way back in the day and they just adjusted or whatever. Who knows, right? Who knows, honestly. Wait, I need my otter. Hold on. We gotta be cheating, boys. Took. There we go. You guys want to see me cheating? You guys want to see your boy Dal cheating right now? Real quick. You want to see me cheating real quickly? Oh, wait, it's my key. I'm trolling. Okay. Alright, we cheat. Oh. Yeah, you could just get under it. Just swim under it. If you have an otter mount, then that thing moves fast on the ground and underwater. That's pretty cool. As someone if I come to that in Kata, both make Spectral nice and viable counterpart. I wonder if they could take some of those ideas of like what makes that viable on Kata and like apply that in for War Within. You know? I wonder. Where's Scourge? I probably should be hitting that guy. I'm gonna karma this. I'm gonna give one of these. I can't reach him. I sort of can. I should have used Touch of Death a lot earlier there. Oh yeah, my damage is all over the place, man. It's so bad. Pop a defensive here. I feel like I'm gonna die. I'm not careful. I probably should use my what's it called? Oh god. Trinket a lot earlier. But that'll work. Use it now. It's just weird move to use it now. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna stun them all. I don't feel like that's gonna be... None of that felt good. That's not a good time to use Fist of Fury. I'm trolling, dude. I'm trolling. I'm panicking. Panic. Yeah, I'm definitely panicking right now. That's like a decent touch of death though. Actually kind of solid. Kind of proud of myself there, not gonna lie. Okay, I really want to win this, but probably not a good idea. We're doing it. We're just sending it. Oh god. Yeah, probably not the play. Yeah, that's the win. Probably was not worth it. I mean, the damage was kind of nice, but not worth a long haul. I've been liking this class a lot, by the way. This has been a lot of fun, man. I've been having such a good time with it. Has it launched to show beta yet? No, it does not. No, that's not until tomorrow, man. Beta does not arrive till tomorrow. That's gonna be fun, though, right? Okay, I need to make sure I'm not getting cleaved. At least I'm not putting myself in a cleave situation there for no reason. Ouchies. Oh, I'm so dead, dude. Unless, no, we're okay. I'm gonna hit him with one of these. Probably should be... Probably not hitting this guy. Gonna try to see if I can kind of hang out with you. Oh, where are you? Oh no, okay. Okay, I need to stop. I need to stand still. I need to trust. I need to trust. Oh, touch of death felt great. This is fun, actually. Ellie Shaman, yo, I should have also played Ellie today, dude. Ellie's a lot of fun. But the hell of the forcing everyone to download at the same time is going to cause issues. You know what? I feel like it's probably good because that's going to be stress tests. They do need to do more stress tests, honestly. They probably need stuff like this, man. I'm not gonna lie. They probably could use more stress testing, because you know what? Some nice stuff comes out and it's all kinds of buggy, because they never really have enough people to stress test these things. I know it's not gonna feel great, probably gonna suck at parts, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's probably not gonna go well. But I think a stress test is probably good on long term. Is how I view it, at least. So in that regard, that's probably really good. Hopefully I don't draw too much aggro. Although me being a monk, I probably will karma this immediately. Trying to see if I can stop the burst of decay. We have a homie walking in here in a bit. Yeah, homie's already walking. He picked the guy. He picked the target. Oh, touch of death with this guy. Oh, that felt great. That felt great. That play cell is gonna be gone, by the way. I need to stop playing with that completely. Because looking for those touch of deaths, that's gonna build up bad, like, muscle memory, man. Real bad muscle memory. Gonna end up running around trying to get touch of deaths over in the alpha. Not gonna be great. Does nothing. Demon Hunter's another class I probably need to give another look at, by the way. Now I'm watching you play it. That looks like fun. Oh, I'm aggro. We're okay though. I'm gonna dispel myself. I'll dispel you in a bit. Hopefully, if I don't die. Try to see if I can get you real quick. If I get the energy for it. Thank you. Golden. Yeah, I'll try to be better at that. Here we got Zuen. Oh man, I feel like I want to send Zuen on this set of trash just because it's a lot of mobs. Okay, we're doing it. I really wish I had Zuen with my Storm Within Fire. I kind of bungled that up though, pretty badly. Another one of these. Oh, that's so fun. It's cheese though. It's so much cheese. Look, all this damage and then just cheesy touch of deaths. I was doing normal damage, feeling like a normal human being there, and then just started cheesing with touch of deaths. And the trinket too. Great torch. Yeah, it definitely feels like cheese. Like what I'm gonna do now is just kind of wait until the ads come out again. And probably BDB them. Yeah. Yeah, that's Monk right here. That quality Monk gameplay. Pad on the ads. Meow. Wish I had some in here, like a proper trinket use. But I don't. What I can do here is proper leg sweep. Oh wait, Bard and Hold comes out. Pog? Yeah. Yeah, I saw. And apparently it's going to be 10 man and 25 man. And they'll separate apparently. Like in terms of their lockouts. Oh, my health. It's fine. We're chilling. Perfectly fine. Didn't panic. No panic. Just keeping me on my toes and my cooldowns. That's all it is. Hey, you're paying attention. I like it. Yeah, just man, classic run, 25 man becomes 18 man. Did anybody actually, because I remember doing the Bard and Hold back in Kata. We would just run it like you kill one boss. Did anybody ever actually do the full clear? Then again, I kind of played it, you know, after Firelands or whatever. I just remember people doing Bard and Hold and just like not really ever killing more than one boss. Did that place ever actually get cleared? I mean, I remember clearing it once, twice, maybe. But in most cases, people run in, kill the Shavara lady or like a core hound thing, and they dip, and then never do it again. Like once a week, Bard and Hold, quick run, get in, get out. That's usually what it comes down to. Usually, yeah, you don't know kill monsters care about at the time. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like, did I misremember that, or what was that? You know what I mean? Pretty sure that I had it right. Like, leg sweep him just because I feel like it's going to be a lot of mobs. Are we just going to take it? Okay, so there's a guy in the back. There is a guy in the back that's just going to be blasting us, I think. Yeah, that guy's waddling. He's got a bird with him. Or no? Or reset? Oh, look at that. Oh, that was so good. That ring of peace was so good. I'm proud of myself on that one. Okay. Yeah. Grab everything here. Just gonna try and... yeah, touch of death him. I had nothing to touch of death off of. Unless one of the dogs. Oh! I'm gonna... yeah, I made a mistake. Help. Touch. Here we go. I made mistakes. But it's okay. I want to make mistakes just now. Sorta. Yeah, a little bit of a mistake. It's okay. You know, the Dragon Soul only 20-30 item levels higher than Bastion Twilight? That's significant though. 20's item level difference is pretty big. Isn't it? It feels like a big number. Maybe I'm the weird one, but it feels like it's a pretty big number. Each season added a new boss to him. Did it actually? I had no idea. I had no clue. Bard and Hold added a new boss? I had no idea because I played Cataclysm so late. Like by the time I actually started playing because it was a Cata baby. But like, damn, that's cool actually. I find that neat. That's actually really cool. Hell yeah. Something, I'm still in combo with something. Never mind. Oh. Okay. You know, actually, not a bad pull. I feel like these guys are really easy to like CC. Like push around. A lot of people say, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but now, totally meant to. Now we're just gonna own up. We're just gonna own up to it. We're gonna pretend like we meant to. This was the pull from the start. But those guys are usually really easy to do because they just can get pushed around and CC'd and stuff. I feel like we're gonna pull everything here. I just stop burning that trinket in the opener. Even as a rogue, you kind of delay your use of a trinket just for the opener. You want to use all your normal buttons and then use a trinket, and that usually gives enough time for the tank to establish some aggro. I'm just not doing it because I'm trolling this run. I'm not doing it on purpose, man. I'm just like, oh, button off cooldown, press it. That's how a lot of other classes are. With rogue, it's like you get the opener, get your normal buttons up, then you use trinkets and stuff. Then you do all these other things. Or just use stat trinkets. I have nothing for the boss. But we're just gonna have to just send it. Send without. Oh yeah, I could actually get like huge crit value on those ads. Or the totems. Not really a being. More like an inanimate object. Have Zuen coming up soon. I'll probably just delay Zuen for like everything. Ah, I messed up. Yeah, I definitely messed up. I kind of messed up the whole jab because that's my crit window and I just didn't get any value out of it. My damage was kind of okay-ish though, but on +2 it's not that bad. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for tanking it. I appreciate it. Anything good? Racer? Oh, that's the stats. Those are stats. I mean, versatility master I think is probably better, right? But those are stats. I do like those. TY. Appreciate ya. I'm actually gonna equip those right now. That's an upgrade. A little uppy. Just an item level alone. Me. I'll take. That is my stats actually, and that'll replace this thing too. Yeah, it should. I should still do it. I should still do it. Thank you. Anytime. Appreciate it, man. I really do. Fun. Never mind. I was gonna say fun run, but yeah. Everybody dipping. Want to touch the other totem? True. I probably should have done that. I would just like, I don't know. I would just think the way, I guess, it was like a rogue mindset, man. It's like, well, I could do a ton of damage. It's like hitting that totem with a secret technique. If it's a high-end key, right, and that thing has a lot of health, yeah, I'll send a secret technique into that thing. But it just has so little health, would rather secret technique the boss, send a couple of eviscerates into the totem, right? It's kind of like almost looking at a rogue with explosive. It's like, yeah, I'll send a strike it, but I'm not going to dispatch it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to pistol shot the explosive. I'm just not doing it. I'm not sending there, right? So it's like that rogue mindset of like, it's too costly. But I should, right? Because then it just hits the boss. But I was kind of hoping to go for like double touch, right? Like as the boss gets low, I touch. Fist of Fury there, touch again. So I got at least double touch value out of the boss. Like, look, I did get 2 touches out of it, but if I just touch the totem, I won't be able to touch the boss because I get 2 of them. But yeah, like, I feel like otherwise we definitely would. You definitely would. I don't know. It's just that weird mindset of like a rogue, I want to say. That's just like a mental block of like, oh, I can't do that. It's like, but why not? Makes sense though. It makes sense all in the world. Like, I think you just would. In like a real key, as soon as it's low enough, just touch that, eliminate it. Double touch it back to back. Yeah, that's why I just did touch, Fist of Fury into a touch at the end. So I did not break my mastery. I definitely did not. But yeah. But like, I don't know, man, playing the spec a little bit and just like seeing like, oh, you lean heavily into Fist of Fury in AoE, or you lean heavily into Rising Sun Kick and single target, and like messing around with Monk and like getting that like idea, getting like the mindset behind why you use certain abilities and what is the purpose for all of them or whatever, right? Getting that mindset and playing around with it on live, I feel like it's giving me like a better understanding of how you should probably play the spec over in the War Within. And with some of the different talents and like the cooldown reduction mechanic that's coming out with Yulon too, where you can like Fist of Fury over and over or kick over and over. I don't know, man. I've been playing it a bit and I've been liking it a ton. I'm not gonna out of my way on how long it took me to realize that the case scenario. I'm not gonna go out myself. Oh yeah, I feel you. I remember at some point you used to ignore your mastery. I think it was with BDB. And how that worked in Shadowlands, it would just spin, just because the amount of damage this would do would be a ton. Radius, yeah, it's not worth it. I think it was this too, right? Damage, healing has deals additional damage to Shadow. Its cooldown is really. Oh no, I think it was like you would basically get a higher chance with like a, what is it called? It was conduits, right? It's like a conduit for Bonda's Brew, where it has a chance to like, or a higher chance to do damage again, a shadow damage for whatever ability was like. Copying a second 50% chance to affect the target a second time at 40% effectiveness, but you could increase the effectiveness, so you just be able to get a bunch of procs of BDB, and it was just to spin every global if you could. I think it also was like a trait where spinning crane kick when you use while BDB was up would give you back chi, so you would go for like, so it essentially like it cost 2 chi but it refunded you a chi. So as long as you had like, if you're max chi and you press it and just spin, you could just kind of spam them out. Spin to win days, yeah. I thought it was kind of like a cool mechanic because it did a lot of damage, like people played it, but I didn't like it from like, oh, it broke your mastery. And I don't like when you have to like, when you have to cannibalize procs or cannibalize a playstyle of a class, right? When you have like a specific playstyle and if you don't play it like that, you do less damage. At least that's usually how it's supposed to be. But then when you have talents that like cause you to break that whole thought process and the interactions and ignore it, then it's like, then why does the playstyle exist kind of deal, right? Like the monk has a specific mastery that rewards you for making sure your next ability is not the same thing you just pressed, right? Like as a rogue spam a sinister strike into an eviscerate or whatever, right? I probably should have said dispatch because that is the correct way of going about it, but like I'm just kind of going from like a more, oh, how would most players understand it? Send a strike into eviscerate. Oh, I know exactly what that is. That's a build on the finisher. It's like almost like a classic WoW kind of understanding. But like the fact that monks have to build, spend, and to manage the resource. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low, but as long as you're not repeating your abilities, like I always like that. I always found it an engaging mastery because it makes you think about like how you play your abilities. I always thought it was cool. I always enjoyed that. Bone does spam spinning crane. Yeah. Yeah, we just play around BDB, send everything, and every minute you just have Giga Burst. I think it was kind of cool, but also, yeah, like it's just, yeah, wow, big gaming numbers. Very fun. But also it's like, not fun at the same time. You know what I mean? It's fun, but also not fun. Also, when I Sky Touch, is that, like, gives me a crit buff? On the target. Okay, so it is just on the target. Wasn't this before, like, a buff that you got? Instead of, like, a debuff on the target? But I was trying to play around the totems. I touch it, hit him with a Tiger Palm. Hit him with a jab, Tiger Palm. And then use a kick or use a Fist of Fury or something, right? so I'm more likely to crit that thing. I was trying to play around that a little bit. The whole mechanics is going away, by the way, the whole Tiger Palm, which I don't hate, right? Having to play around this is like an extra debuff that you now have to micromanage with the weak aura, but then you're just like, all right, don't. Don't. I think it's going to be good. Legendary was a personal buff. Yeah, I think back in the day, Lego was a personal buff, but every new target would let you trigger it. So as long as you have a new target, like you could jab, spin, like with the BDB, and you could just maintain that crit buff basically the whole time. Technically. Yeah, look at all these talents, man. Like, I understand why they're making changes to Windwalker in the next expansion, and I playing around with these talents. Class talents in particular are really good on the next one, dude. Like, these don't really feel like choices. It's more like, okay, well, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. All right, now I know exactly how I'm going to structure it. It's not like, oh, I want this one, oh, I want that, or I want this. It's more like you realize what you need, and then the talent tree is constructed for you, right? There's not a lot of like thought process. There's certain things you need, and you have to talent the specific way. It's pretty rigid. But next expansion is like, there's a lot of choices. Oh, here's some of the stuff I want, or all of them are towards the end, towards the bottom of the capstones. So it's really just choices of what you want here and there, in the top end rows, and everything that's important you can find it pretty easy in the center. And there's so much interconnectivity, like this type of interconnectivity, bunch of talents that flow off of one another. There's no rigidity, right? This is so nice. Oh my god, it's so nice. Oh, specs haven't crashed, such a big cool auto change. I don't know if I'll end up running Clash a lot, but I think it might be really good. I like all the other stuff, like the one where you roll, right? And you double jump and it gives you like a bit of a movement speed and like a little dash. I like that because there are some situations where you can like roll, come back in, right? Like, let's say if you wanna, let's say like last second you want to be able to roll out of a mechanic, right? I had to wait for my roll to come back. The fact that I can't have 2 charges on this thing is just annoying too, because I can't pick up improved roll. I can't put a talent point into it, right? Reduces damage taken, it's much better. I can't like not go improve paralysis because this is linked and I need this, so I need this, so I'll always become disabled, but like paralysis is better for keys. So it's just like, you know what I mean? I can't pick up celerity either, but like let's say you want to like roll quickly out and then charge back in, you could do it. You roll out, dash back in. It takes you, if you time it right, you can get out of an AoE, it happens, and you dash back in. By the time you're dashing in, it already happened, you're chilling. Or like if you want to cross a gap really quickly, right? Like little, and you'll actually be able to do that in the next dungeon. I won't say Barden Hole, but that's not the name of it. In Grimbatal, right? You know how there's like a little bit of a bridge area here, here at the very beginning, right? This bridge, you can cross it with a little dash, easily. You can cross it. It's so nice, and it gives you like a buff for like 8 seconds or something, so you can hold on to it for a while. So like you can roll, hold on to it. If you need a little dash to adjust, you could totally do it. So like if you, let's say you're fighting a boss or whatever, right? Let's say this guy's the boss, right? You're attacking, you gotta roll out of something, and you can just hold on to it and you can dash back over. It's so nice, dude. It is so nice. Like it feels great. It's hard to describe it except with the word. It's so nice. It's really good. It feels great to play around with. Let me grab this ring and up it a little. Give it a little uppy. Little uppy. I don't know what I want to invest my stuff into. Probably the weapon, right? If I invest points into anything, probably should do the weapon. For like my secondaries. Or whatever. I did say Wormcrest, like a ton of them. I feel like probably weapon, if anything. 500 item level. Feels pretty good, man. A little buffs here and there go a long way. Let me also buff it with the Versa. Wait, Bundesbrühe getting gutted? Yeah, Bundesbrühe is gone, I'm pretty sure. Which is fine. It's like, it's not that, it doesn't feel like a big deal. There's plenty of other talents to replace BDB. Right, at least that's how it feels, man. You know what I mean? At least that's how it feels. Oh, I got the green one. Oh. Okay. I already had one. I didn't send it now, see. Yeah, you're already getting quite a bit of complexity I love BDB. I don't know. It's kind of give or take. I don't think Brewmaster even gets it anymore, do they? Not like I can really hop on the alpha to check anymore because servers are down right now. Let me double check. Just let me double check. I want to say something, but let me double check. Yeah, no more BDB. Instead, you got yourself the Last Emperor's Capacitor. You got the Rolling Whirl and Knowledge of the Broken Temple. That's over here now. That's over here. And BDB for Brewmaster. Yeah. Yeah, no BDB. You know, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to take away some of the top end complexity and how to line up all those cooldowns together. And I feel like BDB right now, the way it plays is you just basically line it up together with Strike of the Windlord. At least in AoE content. Or at least in single target. That's all you essentially do. Right? It's just like an extra layer of buffs that you have to now manage. And it's extra cooldown that just has a very specific purpose. And it causes you to use one ability in a very other way. But with the hero specs, right, they're adding a lot more mechanics, right? Mechanically, there's going to be more abilities, right? Especially if you play Conduit of Celestial as a Windwalker. You already have quite a bit of interactivity between the Monastery buff, right? Where's the Monastery buff? The Teachings of the Monastery as a Windwalker, as well as all the new towns that you're getting, as well as the way that the Conduit is going to work with cooldown reduction. So you have your Rising Sun Kick, you have your Strike of the Windlord, you have, which is going to be a must-have for that build, Fist of Fury and Blackout Kick, and then managing Teachings of the Monastery. And then you have resets for Teachings of the Monastery, cooldown reduction from Yulon, right? There's a reason for you to be target bombing fairly regularly for Zuen, which proxy on Nuazawa, which then there's also a GG mechanic too, right? So there's quite a bit of going on already, and it's all pretty interwoven. That's gonna adjust the way you play all the. It's kind of like Demon Hunters and like the rework for 10.2. You have the same buttons of Blade Dance, Chaos Strike, I-Beam, Glade Toss, right? And Sigils and Immolation and all that. And like you still get pressing those same buttons, but like the way that you reorder them, depending on your build, is going to be different. And there's already interwoven complexity in between of that. And they're really trying to remove some of the top end complexity of classes, right? They wanted it to be a skill expression, but having to manage and track multiple different buffs at all times with a bunch of weak cards and having the necessity to do that for every single one of your buffs, they want to remove a lot of that as best as they can, right? So it's like, reduce the ceiling while still adding quite a bit of depth, but like just the top end ceiling needs to be like, there's a cap, right? You can't have a build that's way overly complex. You can do fairly complex, but like, they would just want to take that ceiling, put it down a little bit, right? The cap needs to be lowered a bit. That's essentially what they're doing. I think BDB is just one way of doing it, right? Instead of giving you an extra global, you're going to be pressing your buttons, your regular buttons, fairly aggressively, fairly regularly, as is. So it's just like, okay, we don't need to have you worrying about an additional mechanic. It's gone for Brew too. I think it'll be fine, honestly, because like, yeah, I think it'll honestly be pretty fine. Like it's hard. I guess it's hard to explain, but like what I said, well, like they're just trying to give you less things to micromanage, and I think BDB is just one of the buttons that ends up getting cut because like you already gotta have quite a bit of complexity in terms of your base buttons and their interactivity with one another. There's I added a little bit more of interactivity than before, right? So I feel like not having to manage and play around BDB as an extra cooldown, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be a-okay. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe like mechanic. Maybe like once it's all set in stone, so like after a couple of updates on beta, maybe it'll actually be worse. Who knows, right? I won't put it past them. Maybe for some reason, maybe it'll just at the end of the day will feel worse than the current monk design, and that'll just won't be the best way of going about it. But like at least like they have at least in the blue post, I have like a. It sounds like they have a pretty good idea of where they want monk to be, and I don't disagree with it on paper. It's just the question is, can they do it in practice? And losing BDB does not feel terrible on the alpha, at least in the current build right now. Again, maybe the monk will play completely differently by the end of the beta, but from what I've been able to play with it on the alpha after developing a little bit better understanding of Live and seeing how that transfers over, it doesn't feel terrible. It doesn't feel worse. There is new interactivity, and that takes a little bit to get used to. But like it doesn't really feel worse. Looking forward to Brewmaster. Weapons of Order apparently going to be the go choice now. Yeah, there is a bit of a interactivity with the Master of Harmony Weapons of Order, but even with the other one too, you probably will play Weapons of Order. Because like you could play the auto attacking build, but Weapons of War it feels pretty good. I also like the whole stagger thing, where like the more stagger you purify, you could take some of the bigger hits and stagger those. I am really excited for that one. I think that one could potentially be really good to help monks really take huge hits and smooth that out. That one is going to be very interesting. At least I think while stacks hold, you'll be able to take some huge hits, and like in a raid setting, that'll be really, really nice. I am wondering how that'll work in Mythic Plus, because it's a lot of usually little hits that kill you. But at least in a raid setting, I think you could really take some huge hits, because there have been some fights that have been really uncomfortable to play as Brewmaster, like Notharian. Echo and Notharian, because the shit he does for the tanks, I mean, it just shreds through ya. So as a monk, what you have to do is you have to do really cheesy, like, hey, let me get a fat amount of stagger, purge it, give myself a giga shield, and then you could lift something. But you needed a healer to really like channel and funnel into you. So you needed a Mistweaver to really like play around you. Whereas Blood DK, you don't have to play around them. Other tanks, you don't have to play around. Brewmaster, you really did. And so it was like, okay, to make this work, we need to change our strategy, or you just would need to change your tank. And that didn't feel great. Oh, Monk did some Monk, not the best Mistweaver. Yeah, dude, Mistweaver's a lot of fun. I think you'll like it a lot. I don't know if you like the Fistweaver build, Cry, or if you like Castweaver. I feel like you like Fistweaver a lot with some of the new challenges they're adding. I feel like there's quite a bit of more fun to be had there. But also if you're Castweaver, like being able to put up 3 renew and miss on everybody, oh, it's so good. It feels great. I feel like I think they really want you to play in the melee though, no matter which build of monk you're running. So even if you're playing like a Castweaver, I think they're really trying to make you play melee. There's quite a few talents that even if you don't play like a full Fistweaver, there's still like a reasons for you to press your damage and abilities. Even like through passives, like not even choice nodes, but just like a passive damage buff. For like the Master Harmony in particular. It's just like, there's like 2 talents I think that are like not a choice node, just like passive damage increases. So it feels like, well, if I'm not a melee, like kicking during downtime and punching and stuff, right? It just feels like I'm kind of trolling, so I feel like I should integrate that into my gameplay. So I feel like just hanging back and not really, like mostly cast weaving, I feel like it's gonna be probably less of like a thing, but we'll see. We'll see. Fistweaver though, I'm very, very excited for in particular. But I've always enjoyed that playstyle more, like the aggressive healer. But that's just been a thing that I like though. But we'll see, right? We'll see. The season has been some dirty, huge hits. Tap out of the game. True. I don't know. I'm trying to do my best. Send builds on Discord. I'll try both. Yeah, hit me up on in Disc. I do have like a raid build. I don't think the raid healer build is gonna be that good, but Fistweaver I think is gonna be really fun. Essentially, for the most part, you just do damage. Actually, yeah, message me real quick. I'll send you the Mistweaver build that I'm running, and I can go over really quickly kind of how you play it, more or less. I'll do the next song. I'll call it here in a bit because I got a raid tonight, and I'm gonna be also trying to see if we can get some work done too. It's gonna be weird trying to work in a project while alpha servers are down, but we're gonna have to figure it out. Does War Within Beta come out tomorrow? Regret, tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow. We're gonna have a whole stream about it and everything, and hopefully we'll be able to get a bit of time to play with it. I see you typing. Yeah, I'll post it in the I'll post it in general. Fist. We were M+ monk build. You can grab it whenever you wanna. But yeah, so the way you play this thing though, Cry. Question: are you Thunder Focus, Envelop, or Crit, Sand Pulse, and CD? Not necessarily, no. Are they like you can, but it's not necessary either. Yeah, okay, so this is how you play it more or less, Cry. Hopefully you're watching. So for the most part, you're just trying to press a Jadefire Stomp, because that activates your melee healing with Ancient Teachings. That's a buff right here. And you're trying to mostly hit stuff in your lines, but if you gotta walk out of it, it's fine, because a lot of those melee healing or damage healing buffs still stay with you. But you just want to make sure that you are pressing it pretty regularly, because like this buff needs to be refreshed every 15 seconds. Another way to do that is to channel Essence Font. Once everybody has a hot, you break it, but for the most part, you should be able to just reset it. As long as you're getting like damage hits here and there, you will get resets on your Jadefire. So it doesn't mean you have to press it immediately once it's reset. just whenever this buff is about gone or if you need to move, right? But mostly just looking for that buff, Ancient Teachings. If you see that book, if it's active, you're chilling. And for the most part, you're just using right and stun kick whenever you can. I guess like 5 targets. And 2 jabs, because jabs now cleave while you're standing on the line. Jab will cleave, and that'll give you like 2 stacks of teachings. And at 4 stacks, whenever your blackout kick is glowing, make sure Rising Sun Kick is on cooldown. And then you could black it, okay, because that'll reset your Rising Sun Kick. So always 2 jabs to make sure you get your book. What is that? Another also book buff. All of them are book buffs. Make sure all your book buffs are at 2, and this book buff is always active, right? A different kind of book. And you're just kicking. Jab, jab, blackout kick whenever the other kick is not available. And that's basic healing mechanic. So whenever you feel like, whenever you know big damage is coming, or if big damage is actually active right now, GG. It's on a minute cooldown. Think of it like Paladin wings, right? Paladin pops the wings, does damage. You pop your wings to damage to heal everybody, right? The harder you hit, the more healing you do. If you feel like people are just dying super aggressively, you just target bombing. Whenever black kick is glowing, you press it, and otherwise you'll Rising Sun kicking because that's gonna do a lot of healing. If you are like surrounded by a huge amount of enemies, like 8+, you're mostly spinning crane kicking, because the amount of damage that's gonna do is huge. If you want to weave in a Rising Sun kick here and there that does generally burst your healing, you could do that too, but you just spinning crane kicking for the most part in huge AoE. Now, when people actually need a big heal, you got a couple of healing combos. Thunder Focus T into a Enveloping Mist is a huge heal. Vivify Instacast afterwards is also pretty good. Otherwise, you just, whenever somebody is like not super dead, you're just putting Renew Mist on people. But that's a big healing combo. Thunder Focus Team into Enveloping. That's usually going to get them fairly healthy. Otherwise, you just Instacast and Vivify. Mostly whenever you just have Instacast, that's when you want to send it. If somebody's really... Okay, actually, before we go into that. If somebody's actually in big trouble, hit him with a Cocoon. Right? Big trouble, hit him with a Cocoon. That should be the next cooldown. It's fairly low. So Chi-Ji first. Cocoon if somebody really needs a help. If you got a healer trinket, you could also send that as well. If everybody in your party is really dying, send Pulse to him. Especially if they're surrounded. Like tank needs heals, Zen Pulse them. Because whenever they're surrounded by a bunch of foes, they hit them, and this will do more healing per target that it hits. So it'll do generally pretty big heal. If people are still dying, hit them with a Shaylun's Gift. This button does a lot of healing. It takes a while because you need these mists that generate themselves as you're in combat, right? These mists will slowly start to pile on their own, and you'll see stacks of that ability. So usually it's not going to be a frontline defense, but that's a really good button for you to send, right? If people still dying, usually if multiple people are dying, send it. It's a lot of healing, especially if you got a bunch of stacks available. If people are still dying super hard, then you got your Revival. And if people are still dying and you need to really just focus them, Soothing, Enveloping, so they get the buff where you take 40% more healing, and Vivify if they're really in trouble. Right? If they're really in trouble, all you can do is Soothing into Envelopings. So if you wanted to put it like in an order, right? If you wanted to order the cooldowns for yourself, this is how I would do it. For the most part, you're just fist sweeping, right? You're doing damage to heal allies. First line of defense, Chi-Ji. Second line of defense would be something like Chi-Cocoon, or if you want to use the Thunder Focus T to heal somebody, those are fine buttons too. Really good for just one target heal. Shaylun's Gift, exceptionally good button. You should start using that basically interchangeably with these two, right? This is first, this could be second if you have enough mists. Really strong healing button. Whether one person's dying, whether like 3 people out of a 5-man party are dying, send it. Use it pretty regularly, pretty aggressively. If the tank is dying, I'll probably put it like this, right? These are the first very basic line of defenses. That's a big button. If everybody's still super hard dying, Revival. This could also be used just for the spells too. If everybody uses a massive spell, that could also be really good. That could be sent earlier. Yeah, otherwise, if like everybody's still dying, you're just cast healing them. If they're still like super hard dying, you're casting onto them. And you got a lot of mana, and spend that mana. That's all you can really do. That's how we do it, right? And that's essentially misweaving. It's a bit of like a... I feel like I got a little wordy there, but that's how I would heal. At least that's what I've been doing, and that seems to work out okay. During GG, you AoE kick envelop, and yeah. During GG, like as after 3 kicks, whether it's a blackout kick, a rising sun kick, spin and crane kick, every one of them after 3 kicks, your next enveloping miss is an insta cast, so you can send it. This also works. Let's say if you are a let me show you. Like as you jab, you build up these stacks of monastery, right? So you got 4, so your blackout kick will be sent 4 of them instead of just 1 blackout kick. So when I GG, right, I kick, my next cast is insta. A blackout kick, it's 4 kicks in 1, so that cast is also insta. So like if you're really struggling, if you really need like healing to go out to the rest of the group, or really badly, right, you got literally nothing else, you're just sending it whenever you can. You basically just, instead of spinning crane kicking, you would just be tiger palming, blackout kicking, and riding sun kicking, just so you can get that burst your single target healing. That's gonna be better for AoE, unless you're just like hitting a ludicrous amount of mobs, right? Like 12 mobs, you're just spinning crane kicking, because that's gonna do more healing that way. Like if you, because there's like, it's like a bit of a change in rotation whether you're doing damage or whether you're doing healing. Past a certain amount, I'd say like under 8 mobs, rising sun kicks and blackout kicks will probably burst here, and that'll do more healing but less damage. Above that, into like 12 and higher, spinning crane kicking is gonna do more damage and more healing. But if you're just trying to do more damage, you'll probably just skimp out on like trying to heal everybody super hard, and you'll just spin crane kick at above 5 targets because it's just like more effective. Let's actually focus haste. Lots of haste. The faster you can get your cast out, the better. Haste is good. Mastery is not amazing. I think Versa and Crit are probably better. But haste is your best friend. Just because you get more globals, right? You get more jabs, you get more kicks, you get more everything. And the more kicks you can get, the more damage and abilities you can get inside of like your healing windows. You can just basically spend more time DPS and then healing. And that gives you like the most effective healing for your group. But even if things like really going south, right, just being able to get more renew and miss, those have a normally what is haste effective? I thought renew and miss were affected by haste. I guess your rising sun kick is affected by haste and blackout kick. I thought renew and miss was affected by haste, but apparently it's not. I was gonna say that helps, but no, it doesn't. Never mind. Yeah, haste only reduces, it looks like, rising sun kick and blackout kick. I think it used to reduce something else too, but yeah, maybe it used to, but not anymore. But yeah, if you are struggling to heal, right, you're like, you know what, I just want to focus on healing and be able to get the best healing I ever can. I guess you could go like a caster weaving build, but for dungeons, I feel like getting more comfortable with melee weaving and melee healing is going to be better, just because this playstyle is going to continue next expansion. So it's like, I could say, oh, you could just cast heal, but like, people are gonna, if monk is meta next season, people are probably gonna expect that you know how to fist weave. So learning how to fist weave now and getting comfy with it is probably gonna go a long way. Cast weaving, I think, is easier because you're just mostly just casting to the miss into people and putting hots on people and playing around your healing cooldowns, but it's pretty easy to execute. Yeah, so I feel like this is the hard part. Sounds really fun. It's awesome, dude. Once you get comfy with it, you basically do more damage to heal everybody. Your party, like, as your group takes more damage, you just do more damage yourself. It's so awesome. And if you like playing more aggressive healers and doing damage and contributing, this is fun. Because it's like Disc, right? With Disc, like, it took me a bit to get used to, like, oh, my allies are dying, everybody is melting, I need to save them. And it's like, the only way to save them is to do more damage. put a buff on them with Atonement, and then hit it as hard as you can. And it's super fun, because it feels like a tug of war. And if you can out DPS the damage that your group is taking, everybody lives, and it's fun. It's actually so fun, because it just like, you just focus on doing more damage. And if you're a DPS first player, like you mostly play DPS class, right? Essentially, you're just trying to, instead of like as a DPS, because trying to use the cooldowns as often as possible, right, to do the most amount of damage. As a monk, essentially, you're holding your DPS cooldowns to counter damage being taken, right? So you're just out DPSing the DPS that your group is taking. When enemies hit hard, you try to hit harder, and then everybody lives. It's so cool. I also do Disc. Yeah, so if you do Disc and you like Disc, you'll think you like this a lot. You're just putting yourself in melee, but you're a lot more mobile. And so it is really fun. Being able to kick as this is gonna be fun. If you as a disc, you're like, man, I wish I had a kick. Being able to kick and Lexu people and ring a piece of them, oh, it's so good. It is so good. Quick in caps here and there. But you are gonna have to get used to mobility though, and like because you have ludicrous amount of mobility as a monk, right? You can really get around places compared to a priest. So playing around with your mobility and using it kind of sort of aggressively, like holding a charge of roll just in case things go bad is probably good. But being able to Tiger's Lust yourself or anybody around you is also really, really nice. Self heals is also really good because you have cooldowns, right? Feel like you're not going to be comfy? Send a cooldown, whatever has the shorter cooldown. So like magic, diffuse. Physical, dampen. And then maybe say 40 frame brew for later. Or if you're really in trouble, once you get good at Thunder Focus Team, because Thunder Focus Team basically empowers the next healing ability. Normally you send it in a Renew Mist just so your hots last longer. Or you send it in Develop a Mist because that's insta cast, huge bit of healing. You usually don't send it in Vivify. Your mana is going to be a problem at some point because you will notice you're very hungry on mana, very thirsty. But you probably don't send it in Vivify ever. You used to send it in Rising Sun Kick, and I guess you can like if there's literally no damage comes out, but it's better saved on the other stuff. Essence Font, also not really worth using, but you can use it on Expel Harm because that will give you a better heal, right? So if you're low, it can give a bigger heal, and it gives you a shield. So for defensives, you should feel pretty tanky. And if you ever take a huge hit with this ability, you basically get a 40% DR. If someone hits for more than 12% of your health, you get a pretty big DR. So like self-survivability should feel really, really good once you start exploring and playing around with buttons. But yeah, first thing you should do is get comfy with fist weaving and doing damage to heal, and then getting comfy to aggressively using some of your defenses. GG should be used if you feel like you're getting kind of, oh, things are getting kind of rough. You should be using Shalen's Gift. Don't use them when things are starting to go bad. Use it as like, okay, I need a big heal. This is the button. I send it. Yeah, and once you get used to you just using your cooldowns and stuff, you can start getting, you know, cute with it. I guess the best way. When you use Ring of Peace, whenever you need a disruption, it's kind of up to you. If there's a Sanguine is about to drop and things are getting low, you can start using it. And depending where you angle it, things are going to start like, I swear to God, why? I meant to tag this myself. Yeah, but you can just use it whenever. Enemies are about to cast and there's no one to interrupt it, send it. And the way you want to position it too is very, very important. I have it macroed, so you just kind of like, I can send it without having to get the reticle. But like basically the center is where you're pushing things away from, right? So like, let's say like Sanguine, right? Things are going to be starting to die. You want to basically make sure the reticle is right outside the edges because enemies will start getting booped out of it. They'll kind of get booped and booped and booped and it'll bounce kind of along with it. So if you're trying to really move enemies, you put it like as close as you can to the edge to move them in one direction, right? And they'll basically be trying to push away from the center towards the closest edge of the circle, right? So like if you put it like right here, then enemies will go this way. Or I guess like, what is it? If I put it like right here, so like if the camera stops moving, right? If I put it to the left, enemies are gonna go to the right. If I put it to the right, enemies are gonna go to the left. If I put it back here, enemies are gonna go this way, right? Put it over here, enemies are gonna go this way, right? Put it over here, they're gonna back away this way. You get it, right? Move pushed away from the center, like to the closest edge that they can find. So if you like put them against the wall, they'll just get booping against the wall. That could also be fun. Yeah, you just kind of send it. Learn what things dispels. Yeah, anything that basically also debuffs that have a slow to them, that have a natural slow attached. Like for example, Tiger's Lust is also fun. It's going to be like one of those things, once you start exploring, you'll be like, oh, I get it. But like, Tiger's Lust can be good for remove a slow, but it can also remove debuffs that you would normally be able to dispel. So like in the Ultimate dungeon, Chrono Lord Dios puts a debuff on people. That's the time sink. It's a slow effect that does arcane damage. Because it's a slow, your Tiger's Lust will dispel it. So you can use a detox and then Tiger's Lust another guy. But also it'd be magic effect as long as you run a revival, because there's two versions, right? There's Restore, which doesn't dispel magic. There's revival that does dispel magic. You probably would run this one. You can use revival for the first one, or I guess first one you should use detox 1, Sarkos is the other, maybe Thunder Focus T and then hit him with the Envelop and Mist on a third guy. The next one, you could use Revival. And then you could kind of like switch back and forth. Little things like that. That was a great thing for the tips also. Thank you, Jake. Yeah. I'm not great at Monk. They're just what I learned. So hopefully you'll find that kind of helpful. Keyword kinda helpful. Even if it's a little helpful, I'm very happy with that. Yeah, it looks like Barton Hold is meant to be 2 different lockouts. What the hell is this guy? Oh, it's like a mech third and looking kind of demon. Oh, lordy. And it looks gnarly. Holy. Big old blade for a fist. What the hell? I gotta look at that thing again. Alchemist Stone, Saint Chicken for, by the way, where's someone? I don't know. If is that the Biss? Is that your Biss? I don't know if you're actually gonna be like committing into a monk. I'll see what they're running. At least an M+. Maybe you're right. Maybe that one is really, really good. Looks like trinkets usually for Rags, Tainted Rage Heart, a Ward of Faces Ire from Aberrus, I think. Notharian. That seems to be the trinkets a lot of monks are running. Let me double check. Yeah, that or Tome with stable power for damage, I guess. That works too. Tome works okay, I guess, yeah. Alrighty. And NVIDIA got updates. So with that, with my NVIDIA telling me it's got an update, I'm gonna go do my NVIDIA update. Hell, probably there's like a whole Windows update for all we know. And I'm gonna go. Thank you all so much for coming by, boys. As always, I appreciate you. You guys are wonderful. Tome works for Mist. Apparently, at least that's what seems to be what people are running. I assume they're running it because it works, but who knows, right? At least it's for M+. Boys, thank you so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the beta, yeah? Alrighty, hope I'll see you guys some of the beta. Alrighty, boys? Alright, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna go. Have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna do my prep work before a raid. Alrighty. Peace.